So we are starting.
That's why we get along.
Okay. Let's see. Desktop audio's on, mic's on, and we are live.
Heyo.
Hey guys. Yes, we are back for yet another Reactionstravaganza. But before we get to it...
6.
Sorry, what?
I said pot 6.
Pot 6. Unfortunately, before we can begin with the Reactionstravaganza, for those of you who have not heard, we were hit with some very, very unfortunate news yesterday. We lost another class act. We lost another genuinely good actor. And we lost...
Down to earth.
We lost Lance Reddick, who, as you can see on the Wikipedia page here, best known for starring in HBO's The Wire, starring in Fox's Fringe, and Amazon Prime's Bosch, and of course the John Wick films as the New York Continental concierge Sharon.
Fucking legend.
Yeah. Who had the misfortune of portraying Albert Wesker in Netflix's very short-lived series, live-action series.
AKA literally the only good thing about that fucking show.
Just from the 2 episodes I watched, and I still have not advanced beyond the 2nd episode of that show.
Don't blame you.
He seemed like he was the only actor in the show I was genuinely interested in. His Wesker was the only character in the show I was legitimately interested in following. And after the 2nd episode, I was just like, I love Lance Reddick, but I don't love him enough to keep watching this.
I mean, I finished the show, and well, like I said, he's literally the only entertaining thing about that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the sun shining down on a fucking landmine-ridden fucking scrapyard.
That, I don't know, I saw John Wolfe's series review on it, and all I'm thinking about is the fucking Olive Garden breadstick scene.
Or the fucking, when the fucking chicken, the chicken white, who is apparently related to James Marcus from the games, doing the fucking, are you the guy who tried? It's like, no, fucking stop. That trend died on TikTok 3 years ago. Leave it in the dirt.
All I'm thinking about is the goddamn breadstick scene, and it's like...
That was another what the fuck moment.
Shameless fucking plug, but God bless Lance Reddick because he sold it so perfectly.
He did. I keep saying he was the only reason I gave a fuck about that show.
He's one of those actors who he was one of those guys who could take a good movie, like as it says here, he was also in the movie Angel Has Fallen, which had Gerard Butler and Nick Nolte in it. Lance Reddick was the director of the Secret Service. He was a guy who could take a good movie like Angel Has Fallen or John Wick, or for however little screen time he had in those movies, or something like Adam Wingard's The Guest, which is a great fucking movie you guys should absolutely go see at some point. He was one of those guys who could take a good movie and just really elevate it, no matter how minute his role in it was.
He owns every fucking scene he's in. Yeah,
like he was a legitimately good actor, and it's like, even if what he's in was shit, if it's shit, he's still the best part of it.
Yeah, he's the solid gold turd.
he's the sprig of parsley placed on top of the dog turd.
I was about to say, I think what I said sounded really bad.
But sitting here thinking about how we just lost Lance Reddick, I'm reminded of something Dennis Leary said in his No Cure for Cancer special back in the 90s. He said that every time you hear about some famous person overdosing on drugs, it's always some really talented guy. It's always like Len Bias or Janis Joplin or John Belushi. The people you want to have die never do. So,
Chris Farley.
Yeah, dude, Chris Farley.
He was a funny motherfucker. I loved him.
Yeah, we just lost.
He died before I was born, but still, I've seen a lot of shit he's in. I think he's a funny motherfucker.
He was a legitimately good comedian. Trying to think of who we've lost. Alan Rickman, we lost him several years ago.
David Bowie, Prince, Harambe.
That meme's never gonna die, is it?
I refuse to fucking let it, and I feel no fucking shame.
Michael Jackson.
Harambe.
Michael Jackson, another one taken too soon. Michael Crichton, one of my favorite authors.
Sam Neill's literally dealing with stage 3 blood cancer right now.
Yeah, which I believe is also classified as lymphoma, which is what killed Michael Crichton. So,
that was a heartless bitch.
But I'm sure I'm sure cancer treatment has advanced somewhat since Crichton's passing. So,
fingers crossed that Sam Neill gets through this.
Yeah. But it's like, we lost Leonard Nimoy, we lost, but it's like, God, you couldn't take Jane Fonda
for Joe Biden or fucking Arda Weinstein's still alive?
Well, I don't know. You saying that about the president might just kill the stream.
Oh well.
If I have to re-upload it and then just trim that part out, I will.
Well.
Wouldn't be the first time I've had to do that, but that's okay.
Thanks, Mir.
But I'm talking celebrities at this point, and
are the Weinstein still alive?
As far as I know, Harvey Weinstein's going to die in prison anyway. So,
thank God.
Because I believe he was already put in for like 20 to 30, and I believe they just extended his sentence to an additional 16 years. So he's in his 50s, his 60s. He's going to die in prison. R. Kelly R. Kelly was already sentenced for 30 years, and he just had 20 added to his sentence. He's in his 50s, so he's going to die in prison.
Well, I hate to say it, but he got what was coming to him.
But it's like the people who have legitimate talent, like Lance Reddick here, or, as I mentioned, Alan Rickman and Leonard Nimoy.
Always the ones to die.
Yeah, they're the ones taken from us way too soon. And then you have just absolute hacks like Seth Rogen and Leslie Jones are still walking around, still putting their names on whatever they can get their hands on. It's like, what the fuck? You know You know what I think it is? I think it's I just think of that meme of the Grim Reaper playing Claw Machine with people's souls and going, "Damn it," because he got the wrong one.
And it's like, come on, Queen Elizabeth. Oh fuck, I got her. Or like, come on, Nancy Pelosi. Oh no, Queen Elizabeth. Oh well, not a total loss.
Yeah, this time it's like, come on, at least let me
gonna watch our house in a second.
Like he's just like, come on, Jane Fonda, come on, Jane Fonda. Lance Reddick, god damn it!
That's sad.
That is really sad, really, really fucking sad. I was not aware of the extent of video game work that he had done because I haven't played the Horizon series. I haven't played the Destiny series.
Yeah,
So,
he was Destiny.
Yeah, I guess he was. A lot of Destiny players are paying tribute to him right now in Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. Up until today.
I activated Twitter last night, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I deactivated. I reactivated Twitter again last night, and that was literally the first thing my feed was spammed with. Not complaining.
Yeah, up until today, the only video game credentials I had known of was the 2 games that I played that he had voiceover work. I played on the channel, John Wick Hex when he played Chiron, and Quantum Break when he played Martin Hatch. Which, if you have not played Quantum Break, he's like a secondary antagonist, but he is so fucking, like, when Lance Reddick is a bad guy, he is so good at playing a bad guy that he doesn't even have to try.
Right.
And my God, like during the live action segments of Quantum Break, he was just I just wanted to see more of him. It was nuts.
Right. Yeah, it's like what Albert Wesker said in the Bizarre Guitarist the Bridge series we reacted to a few weeks back. Hey, I make sitting on my ass look damn awesome.
Yep.
That's the kind of actor he was. He made sitting on his ass look awesome.
He turned a cringe moment from an awful series into solid gold. into a solid gold piece of acting. He took that Dollar General Wesley Snipes gimmick they gave to OG Wesker and just ran with it. He was like, "Yeah, I look like an off-brand Wesley Snipes right now, but god damn it. I am running with this look and you can't stop me."
Still the best fucking moment.
Oh, so Lance Reddick. We'll be seeing him very soon in John Wick Chapter 4.
Rest in peace, Sir Reddick. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Yeah. Oh. Now let's get to the videos before I start getting really emotional.
Agreed.
Before we start getting emotional. Oh. So, I wanted to start this off with, on the last Reactionstravaganza, we reacted to Moist Critical, aka Charlie, talking about a little internet worm by the name of Sneeko.
You say worm, I say dipshit.
Worm is polite. Actually, he's an inflamed hemorrhoid.
so many jokes I can make, but they're gonna get the stream cut off, so let's just keep going.
But yeah, so this little hemorrhoid by the name of this little bleeding hemorrhoid by the name of Sneeko. Well, apparently, sorry,
super desperate for attention.
he's like a Wish brand Andrew Tate. Which is really something considering the guy I roasted a few weeks ago, Jason Wojo.
Yeah, that was the best fucking video ever.
Well,
can we have Andrew Tate? We have Andrew Tate at home. Andrew Tate at home. I still watched. I watch that whenever I need a laugh.
Well, good. I'm glad I could provide that for you.
Like it's probably if I scroll from my search history, it's probably in there every day since you uploaded it.
Oh, nice. Well, that warms my heart.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Sneeko got butthurt over Charlie's roasting of him, and he's been trying to just milk some kind of fake internet beef with Charlie for 3 months since that video went up, and Charlie's been mostly ignoring him. But then finally he just had enough of Sneeko's bullshit and posted this beauty.
Yep, let's go.
Oh, it's on mute. Oop.
Oopsie.
Sorry, Charlie.
Hey, Sneeko. Does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. And I'm happy to report that these are back in stock and a lot more at moistglobal.com. Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet just seeing me...
Yeah, why fix what isn't broken?
He's got that roast voice, dude.
Yeah, he does. And hey,
I fucking love his voice.
And hey, you know what? It's your merch, man. Talk your shit.
I buy it.
Talk your shit. I'd buy that for $1.
Great. Whoever owns Robocop's gonna block this stream now.
I think we're good.
In this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder. Because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. It's already been 3 months, can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately, I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are, because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, you...
Homeboy is living rent-free in Sneeko's brain. And Sneeko is still trying to present himself as this top dog Andrew Tate alpha male.
Yeah, well, waving a gun around's not gonna help your fucking image there, bud. It just makes you look more like a douchebag, and if it gets you shot, that's on you.
Yeah, by the way, there's no trigger discipline going on there.
No.
There's
more trigger discipline in the goddamn Resident Evil 4 remake demo.
Yeah, he's about a pound or two of trigger pressure away from having a negligent discharge, which is what his parents should have named him after he was born.
Or that, or just have an abortion, wear a condom.
He looks like his mother should have. He looks like his mother, with about 10 weeks left on the pregnancy, tried to abort him with Drano and a plunger handle.
And instead got a very premature, retarded baby.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm ruthless when it comes to dipshits like this, okay?
Hey, you need to be. People like him...
I'm sorry, but... zero sympathy.
People like him deserve to be mocked and ridiculed, not mainly for their appearance, but because of the bullshit they peddle.
Yeah, keep riding that shit bike. Just bear hope the chain doesn't fly up and catch you right in your ass.
Yeah. When you poke, like, I don't understand how people can just sit there, poke the bear, and then when the bear bites back, they have to run back and go, "Oh my god, why are you mad?"
Right.
It's like, you did this to yourself.
Or say that if this guy was a fucking chainsaw murderer, you'd get away from him because he'd have that fucking plug-in chainsaw, and during that chase scene, you'd have to keep running back to plug it back in.
Exactly.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, only about 10 minutes long. By the time you get to the house, the first chainsaw chase, y'all get away because you have to keep fucking plugging it back in.
Ugh.
Dude, that why does that parody not exist? Why has that not been parodied in Scary Movie, or why is it not a fucking parody on YouTube yet?
Right? You would think somebody would have done that by now.
It's literally been 50 fucking years. Well, actually, no. Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes place in 1973, but the movie didn't come out till 74. So, but still, it's been about 50 fucking years. Where's that fucking parody?
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, you'd think that parody would have hit by now, but
Instead, only thing we gotten since then is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 poster from '86, which literally copies off the fucking Breakfast Club. Yeah, look up that poster when the stream's over.
Huh. Well, now.
And tell me it's not blatantly ripping off the Breakfast Club poster. Alright, but that's enough rambling for me.
Yeah.
Went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, "Oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneeko's stream, right? Welcome, cucks," that kind of shit. And it got really
dancing like a fuckface.
That
And he's got
looks like a fuck around and find out dance.
And he's got a cigar in his mouth, which he did not start smoking cigars until he became butt buddies with Andrew Tate.
Fucking loser.
Literally, he did not become this red-pilled, woman-hating alpha male douchebag until after he made friends with Andrew Tate. And then suddenly he's this big top dog, red pill alpha male grifter. And he is a grifter.
Yeah, we have a word for grifters.
He's if the quartering was an emaciated war orphan from Kenya.
Oh God.
That's right, I fucking went there. Blow me.
Suck my ass for a cocker.
Under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips.
Those are magazines, you fuckface.
You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips.
Magazines.
These are the only clips I'm watching, you are?
Now, the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy.
Notice how Charlie uses proper trigger discipline in unloading the weapon, and also the fact that the magazine was not loaded.
Right. That's dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, here we have a man who actually knows how to handle a firearm, and a guy whose firearm proficiency is that of a wannabe gangster in a shitty rap video.
Yeah, and freaking Charlie's fucking nothing like that.
Yeah, and by the way, Charlie lives in. When Sneako's like, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right?" Charlie is a Florida man. You do not fuck with Florida man.
Have you people not learned this fucking lesson by now?
Florida man is a meme for a reason.
It's common knowledge not to fuck with Florida man. Jesus.
Ooh.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
Charlie reminding Sneako that he lives in a stand-your-ground state without explicitly stating that he lives in a stand-your-ground state.
Uh-huh.
Also showing, oh, you want to pull a gun? Well, guess what? I have more guns, and some of them are bigger than yours. With his custom AR-15 build there.
Just fun again. I like to report a bra moment.
Right.
Like, fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson. He was very upset, so he was threatening to come shoot me, beat me up, all of that, because I hurt his feelings, and it's been festering for quite some time now. 3 fucking months. You love to bitch about how everyone's canceling you. These soy boy NPC bots are all canceling you. It's all you do. You treat the teenagers in your Discord like they're your goddamn therapist. Just going in there to complain about the invisible boogeyman canceling you again, shaking your fist at the clouds. I also love that you treat this Discord server like it's your PR team, so you have them work on your responses on Twitter because you're not witty enough to come up with
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it, I'll try to kill me.
Hey, don't blame me. Destiny's the one who posted the meme to begin with.
Yeah, nice going, fuckface.
When I'm in a cucked competition.
I saw that. I read that right as I was taking a swig of Dr. Pepper.
God.
I can't be too mad because goddamn, that's funny. That's funny.
Imagine being so bitch made that after you get ratioed by a meme, you immediately run to your Discord and be like, I need a response. Like you can't make your own.
Like I just like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. I'm out of here.
It's like, dude, you look like a whole bitch. I mean, you've looked like a whole bitch for years, but this just takes the cake.
He doesn't look like a whole bitch. He is a whole bitch. I say the same thing about my ex, okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go.
You have no ability to banter. You can't insult anyone. Anytime you're pushed, all you fall back on is one of 3 things. Soy boy, bot, or NPC. And that's it. You never deviate from this path. Which...
Yeah, he doesn't... He's one of those guys who just resorts to name-calling instead of actually debunking points, because that's all he's got, because he knows he has no points. And I know what that's like, because I used to be that guy. The difference is, I eventually grew out of it.
So did I. Kinda.
Yeah, Sneako, you still have to grow out of that phase, but maybe you won't because you've already built too big of an audience and they expect you to be that way.
How old is this fucking Sneako guy anyway?
I don't know, but I'm guessing he's in his early mid-20s.
Well, that makes it fucking worse. That's like, whatever, dipshit.
Which is ironic, because you're like literally a sheep. You have 3 programmed responses. You're like the absolute worst character, side character in an MMO. It's pathetic. But I'm getting sidetracked. You love to be super public about how much you hate antidepressants and you shit on anyone who takes antidepressants, but with the way you talk in your Discord server, I'm pretty convinced that you're only 2 or 3 messages away from asking your community to source antidepressants for you under the table to help with all of this mental anguish you're going through. And I think that'd honestly be a good idea. It might help you. I'm putting the cart before the horse here. How did we get to this point? Well, I made that video about Sneeko, and I fully planned on that being the only time I ever talked about this asshole. I really did. All I wanted to do was highlight why I personally don't respect him. I know a lot of people criticize me for not tackling his points, and to that I say, bah humbug, this fucking goober didn't make any points. All he did was insult me and my girlfriend. He insulted...
This fucking goober didn't make any points. I'm fucking losing it.
I don't know what's better.
No way this scripted.
I don't know what's better, the line itself or the fact that Charlie just delivers it with such a straight face that it's comical.
Right.
This guy is like...
I need this guy's talent.
This guy is one of the kings of YouTube roasting.
Dude, I want to see what happens when we put Charlie and fucking Rageaholic in the same fucking room and have them piss each other off. See what happens.
Dude, that would be a bloodbath.
Dude, that'd literally be the same as imagine Simon Cowell and Gordon Ramsay getting into an argument.
Oh, Simon's fucked.
What?
Simon would absolutely be fucked. Gordon Ramsay, forget about it.
But then again, you have to think. I bet if you're being hugged by Gordon Ramsay, that's the safest place you'll ever be in.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an asshole, but if you actually talk to him, he's actually not that bad of a guy.
Yeah, he has.
Like, he's not an asshole. He's just sick of people's shit, which I understand. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I think I'm good.
Alrighty then.
Insulted me and my girlfriend because I made fun of one of his friend's blatantly fake stories. He resorted to childish name-calling like, I'm ugly, and I don't go outside. That's not making any points. Like, what am I supposed to debunk there? No, actually, my mom thinks I'm handsome, and so does my girlfriend, so you're wrong. In fact...
How the fuck are you gonna insult Florida John Wick in calling him ugly?
Right.
Right, Florida Keanu is ugly. Sneeko, get some fucking LASIK.
Plot twist. Plot twist. If Keanu Reeves dies too, they'll be calling on this guy to play John Wick.
I don't know. There's a bit of a height discrepancy. I mean, Keanu's 6'1", Charlie's 5'6".
Okay, just then make it a prequel. I can see him playing a younger John Wick. Like, just make it a prequel, but not a full-up reboot.
Right.
Because, that movie is about to be 4 movies in. It's, turning back for a prequel.
Yeah, I mean, they are doing that Continental... They are doing that prequel series that centers around Winston becoming the head of the Continental.
Alright, I forgot about that.
Yeah, apparently it's being made for Peacock.
I spoke too soon. Wait, it's going to be on Peacock, but the John Wick movies are on HBO Max.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the John Wick movies are on HBO Max. Last I checked, I rewatched them like a month ago with my dad.
Oh, I've got them all on Blu-ray, so...
Doesn't really matter.
Not to me, at least.
I mean, we have at least the first one on DVD, but ever since streaming became really popular, we haven't really bothered with buying DVD for a long time.
Well, I still buy my movies physically whenever I can, just because I'd rather have that on my shelf if I'm in the mood to watch a certain movie, as opposed to hoping that it's on one of the streamers that I use and then being really pissed off because it isn't.
Fair enough. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Actually wrong. There's nothing to debunk. The whole point of the video was highlighting why I don't respect him. I'll go ahead and briefly give you a previously on Dragon Ball Z lore recap to bring you up to speed on the points I was making for why I think he is a pathetic piece of shit, and his opinion holds no value in my eyes. Is because he publicly defends Cuties as one of his favorite movies. Cuties was a Netflix film that used real child actresses in sexual situations, so they sexualized real children. A fact that Sneeko himself acknowledges, but writes off as being okay because it's realistic, because in the real world children get sexualized. I'll say it again, regardless of what the intention of the film was, they missed the mark because what ended up happening is they sexualized the child actresses. That is a problem. Full stop. Even if the message was supposed to be the opposite, they still ended up contributing to the very problem they were speaking out against.
Cuties last night, and it
Yeah, that makes lots of sense. Hey, we're going to offer this commentary on this thing that's really bad, but we're going to do this commentary by doing the thing that we're supposed to be against.
Yeah, that's called hypocrisy.
I remember seeing a meme after Cuties came out. It was something to the effect of, "Yo, dog, I heard you like child exploitation, so I put some child exploitation in a movie about how child exploitation is bad, so you can watch your child exploitation and feel bad about watching child exploitation."
Yeah, that's just fucked up, dude. That's
It's
just gross.
it's that meme in action.
I still wish that the director of Cuties would have just fucking hung himself.
It was actually a woman.
Well, she should have fucking hung herself then. I'm just being real.
pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited. The thing about Cuties is it's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it's...
That does not mean jack shit. Just because a movie has a certain message and just because it's not unrealistic does not prohibit it from being disgusting in the execution.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me it wouldn't surprise me one bit if I found out this guy went to my high school.
I doubt it. I think he's from New York.
I know, but he looks like someone from my high school.
Oh.
Like he looks like all the freaking trash baby daddies who got classmates pregnant and just fucking dropped out and changed their name, moved to another fucking state.
That feel when you're a bigger fuckboy than rice gum.
Yeah.
Did you hear what...
Is that Asian guy?
Yeah, that guy that we watched Upchurch roast some time ago.
Yeah, that fucking misogynistic fuck's on my fucking... He's on my fucking shit list.
Oh, yeah, well, he hasn't posted a new video or stream in 2 years, man.
I guess he took the hint and fucked off.
Well, he promoted a crypto scam, got called out on it, and pretty much dipped out, and now he's an OnlyFans pimp. I'm not fucking kidding. He is literally an OnlyFans pimp. I just learned about this earlier today.
That's funny because I'm pretty sure a lot of the girls I went to school with are now on OnlyFans. Thoughts?
Just imagine being an OnlyFans girl and that nasally voiced Aaron Carter, Kim Jong-un looking fuckboy is your pimp.
Oh, that's fucked.
You can't even take him seriously.
Eh,
He sounds like he has a permanent sinus infection. Like, is Rice Gum gonna have to slap a bitch?
Get out of here, ding dong. Notice I said ding dong and not the other thing.
Right.
Last thing we need is to get the stream cut off because of quote unquote racism.
Right. Oh.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
Imagine claiming children in sexual positions is clickbait. Yikes. That's rough. You admit that the children were sexualized. That is bad. Okay? That means the movie failed in its mission. I don't know what you don't get about that. But regardless, I'm not here to just keep hammering home the same points. Another thing that I talked about for a reason I don't respect him is because he battles with his own sexuality. He is very public about how he used to go to these swinger parties, I think he says 4 in total, over the course of like 2 weeks, where he watched his girlfriend get fucked by other men. Even telling the story of how he was literally in the bed watching his girl get fucked by a different man, moaning intensely, and it was traumatizing. Yet he recommends that everyone should try it at some point for some reason.
Because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like
Get fucked.
get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my
Queen.
wifey, my queen.
And
answer,
you
good answer.
allowed the love of your life to
Queen
get
again.
fucked.
This is the same guy who advocates for treating women like property.
Yeah.
But he's like, you need to control your woman, and he can't control his woman because she's fucking other men in the bed right next to him.
Yeah, well, I have no sympathy for the guy for the simple fact that he supports cuties. That's just fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
That's just fucking disgusting and gross, and it's like, there's a reason I don't have my own Netflix, because I'm not gonna pay my own money to something that fucking distributes that nasty shit.
Right.
Okay, let the roasting continue.
By another man.
What happened to the other
Is
three?
there-
Why
is there-
that
is there-
one didn't last?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. No! You know what?
So my point with this was, why is this the guy that's lecturing everyone on their relationships, shitting on people's relationships, when he himself is in one that makes him very upset and he can't come to terms with it? Now, if he's open about being a cuck and happy and proud to be a cuck, that's fine. But he's not. It makes him mad every single time. So, why the fuck is this insecure guy the one that's the moral authority on healthy relationships all of a sudden? That was the point of me bringing up that clip. Now, that was basically the whole video. I summed it up real quick. All I pointed out is I don't respect his opinion because he defends a movie I consider to be child porn. I think any film or any production that has real children being sexualized should be classified as child porn. That's how I view it. Maybe your definition's different, but that's how I personally view that kind of content. So him defending that was beyond reprehensible to me. And him being very public with his cuckoldry and how scarring it has been, it should be a lesson, an example that he himself is not great when it comes to relationships and all these things. And I posted that and it made him extremely upset and he hasn't stopped fucking crying about it for 3 months. So, fast forward to 2 days ago. I was streaming a Moist Esports tournament and I went up to go to the bathroom. I had to take a shit. It was a double flusher. So I was on the toilet for quite some time and I saw a Sneeko post
That good old southern cooking.
This guy does not fucking hold back, and I fucking respect that.
Yeah, hey, who among us hasn't, on occasion, had to drop a double flusher?
Yeah. If I had $1 for every time I was at an Xbox Live party and I had to get up and take a dump, I literally say into the mic, "I'm gonna go drop a nuke on Japan. I'll be right back." YouTube, we're not making bomb threats. It's a joke. Relax.
It's an analogy. It's no different from me saying I gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Oh God. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Chris is my best man.
Or fat bastard saying, "I've got a turtle head poking out." I'm not
Oh
kidding.
god, I
I gotta-
fucking love this. I love this fucking stream. I fucking love it.
I'm not kidding. I got a clap on deck that could choke a donkey.
Good lord.
I need to rewatch those movies at some point.
Do it.
But yeah, like Charlie said, Charlie isn't just a YouTuber. He's also got his own esports team, which I'm not an esports guy, but hey.
That's cool.
And I'm guessing he makes some serious bank from G Fuel because he is sponsored by G Fuel. He's always got those G Fuel fridges stocked with G Fuel cans in the background of his videos.
Yeah. Fucking mini fridge right there.
Meanwhile, what has Sneeko got apart from subscribers? Oh, and he tried to build his. Oh, and he tried to build his own version of Andrew Tate's Hustler University.
How did that go for them?
Apparently it's not working very well.
Well, yeah, he's a dipshit.
Yeah. Plus, Rumble doesn't have as many users as YouTube does, and Charlie has over... How many subs does Charlie have? 12.5 million subs over here.
And Sneeko has probably less. Actually, Sneeko's banned from YouTube, isn't he?
He is. He got banned from YouTube, and I think and so he said, "Fuck it, I'll just move over to Rumble," because that's where Andrew Tate went after he got banned off of YouTube and TikTok.
Until he was reinstated after Elon took over, but it's like, still not following y'all, nor do I give a shit about y'all.
Well, I've made posts ripping on him, so I occasionally will see stuff from his Twitter account, which I'm surprised he's still posting off of because he's supposed to be in jail unless he's got like Twitter bots that are managing the account or something.
Just give up. You're fucking finished. Just give it up.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you were...
better than us.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't recently caught on audio attempting to bribe public officials to get out of jail. Which he was, because they record your phone conversations in jail. How he didn't have the foresight to think that before he placed those phone calls, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But, moving on.
Yeah, let's go.
That he's posted quite a few times now, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing anything else right now on the porcelain throne. I'll play in the pig pen. So I did. For 3 months now, Sneeko's had this adorable little collage that he made that looks like it's straight out of a 16-year-old girl's diary with pictures of boys from her class that she doesn't like. All about people that have hurt his feelings. This is his wall of shame for people that have insulted him online. What's even sadder about it is he purposely leaves out people that he's afraid of. So, Turkey Tom, for example, made a whole video talking about Sneeko and how pathetic he is, and Sneeko tried to talk a big game to him, even challenged him to a debate, which Turkey Tom accepted with jubilation. He was ecstatic. And then Sneeko kept ducking him, ghosting him. So he leaves Turkey Tom off of this list because he's afraid to actually talk to him. And he also leaves off quite a few other people, but the most notable other one that is comical for the absence is Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is an internet content creator that Sneeko lied about for a long time, and they had a lot of beef, and Brandon Buckingham actually challenged him to a fight. And Sneeko is very fearful of him. We'll get into that more in depth in a moment, but I just need to set the stage a little bit here with this collage. So after seeing this for the 100th time in the last 3 months, I finally just said, "Holy shit, you pathetic, sensitive, soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend get fucked by numerous other men and also insulted you for defending child porn. That's not cancellation. That's just spitting on you for being a pitiful, sad cuck." And this puppy really blew up on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funnier than the banned Andrew Tate clone title.
Yeah.
That's just. Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, just insert the clip from Friday. Damn!
Putting Chris Tucker standing over Debo. You got knocked the fuck out!
What?
Just put in that clip of Chris Tucker. You got knocked the fuck out!
Dude, when the first Japanese trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong came out, and it showed Kong getting bitch slapped by Godzilla, they literally put that over that scene, like, you got knocked the fuck out!
Nice.
2 years later, it's still funny as hell.
Hey, when the meme works, it's timeless.
Yes, for sure.
In a big way. Now, I will say it again. What I did and what I am doing right now is not canceling you, Sneeko. I am insulting you. I am making fun of you. Something that you were supposed to be a huge proponent of, right? Wasn't like one of your big things like bullying needs to be brought back. So now that I'm making fun of you, what, all of a sudden now it's off limits, now it's canceling? You have become the SJWs that you criticize so much. I don't know how you don't realize that.
You have become the very thing you have sworn to destroy.
I hate you!
It's like, you're trying to make me look like a little bitch. You have done that to yourself.
From my point of view, Charlie's the evil one.
Yeah.
Well,
Literally every time somebody calls out Sneeko for being this pathetic little hemorrhoid, all he can fall back on is name calling and stop trying to cancel me. It's like, nobody's trying to cancel you, everybody's just making fun of you. There is a massive difference.
yeah, we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you.
Yeah. Nobody's trying to cancel you.
You're doing that shit yourself.
Go cry in the corner and shut the fuck up.
Or, dude, fucking just look at him and say, go sit in the corner and think about what you did. You're gonna fucking try to shoot me? Fuck you.
We continue.
Like,
It says, you know in your soul...
If you were to fucking pull that gun on me, I would have quickly whipped it. I would quickly snatch it from him and literally just fucking pistol beat his fucking brains, and I don't fucking care.
He's so fucking skinny, he looks like if he tried to fire a .22 caliber rifle, he'd dislocate his collarbone.
Or fucking rip his own arm off.
If he sneezes too hard, he's gonna snap back like Keanu in The Matrix.
Oh god.
If he farted, he wouldn't have to hold... One good fart, he'd go flying up 10 feet.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Ah! Oh, that fucking hurt my hands, dude. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Criticize so much. I don't know how you don't realize that. We continue. He says, you know in your soul you would never say that to my face. To which I respond, you literally have a collage of people that hurt your feelings on the internet. You haven't stopped whining about me for months now, you goofy NPC. Even if you beat my ass in a fight, it doesn't change the truth. You're still a cuck who also defends child porn. I think this is important to talk about, and I just talked about it recently. When you are getting your feelings hurt and your immediate response isn't to fire back with insults, jokes, whatever, it's to challenge someone to a fight, you've taken a huge L.
Yeah, you look like a whole bitch. I said this earlier, Sneeko, you look like a whole bitch, dog.
He does look like a dog. He looks like a human version of a very bad Rottweiler.
Well,
And that's coming from who likes Rottweilers.
he's
Sorry to insult Rottweilers, but that's what he looks like.
No, if anything, he's a fucking chihuahua.
Oh, damn, you went there.
Damn right, and I do it again, fucking.
Oops, I did it again.
Had to be done.
Yeah, let's go.
You've shown that the person has got under your skin, and the only thing you can resort to is a caveman brain of, I'll beat you in a fight. Sneeko, you beating me in a fight doesn't unfuck your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you. It doesn't do anything. Everything I've said still stands. Nothing changes. It doesn't even salvage your ego. All it is a pathetic fucking attempt at attention. And I don't think you believe half the things you talk about. I really think Sneeko just panders as much as possible. He himself doesn't even stand by the things he talks about. I really don't think he has any beliefs of his own. He just echoes what he thinks is going to get him the biggest audience / the most money. That's
literally the definition of a grifter.
Pretty much.
That's one of the reasons I don't watch The Quartering or pretty much any of these anti-SJW channels, because I don't think I don't think most of them believe any of the bullshit that comes out of their mouths. They just they know what their audience wants to hear, and so they're just going to keep saying it.
Yeah, they speak so much bullshit that so much bullshit comes out of their mouths, their asshole must be jealous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just roll the clip from Die Hard 2 when Bruce Willis asks the airport police captain, he goes, "What's its off the metal detectors first? The lead in your ass or the shit in your brains?"
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Savage.
Got him!
Relax, Jamal. I said square root, not square up. I said square root, not square up. Okay, let's go on before I die.
That's what I think. So this puffing out his chest of challenge me to a fight is clearly attention. That's what it feels like. Because you don't have the same energy for Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is more than willing to fight you any day of the week. But with him, you don't want to do that for some reason. Why? Do you not stand by your beliefs when it comes to Brandon Buckingham? He has said all the same things about you that I am saying about you. So why is he exempt? Why don't you want to fight him? That's so weird. This is what you said about Brandon Buckingham and fighting him.
And then finally, when Brandon Buckingham is down to meet Sneeko, he's there to box him. They're both similar sizes. Sneeko would now rather just sit at home and tell jokes behind his computer.
I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham,
That says that you're not about the shit that you claim to be about. What do I keep saying? You look like a whole bitch.
Look at that fucking room of his, bro.
Look at that broken-ass mirror. He probably kicked that mirror out of frustration one day because Charlie wouldn't respond to him.
Yo, that or punched it.
Yeah.
Or headbutted it. One headbutt seems the more likely option.
There is a whole video of him saying how you should treat... I forget what the context is, but there's an entire chunk of it of him just staring at his wall and slapping air like he's hitting his girlfriend.
Fucking dipshit.
Yeah. Guy belongs in the guy belongs in a funny farm.
What a dick.
Just remember that line Sean Connery had in From Russia with Love. He goes, "Tell me, which lunatic asylum did they get you out of?"
Dude, this man's a poker out of all of them.
If I lose the fight.
So now it's suddenly cool to just stay at home and keep it all online.
The full video here from Willie Mack is an absolute masterpiece on laying out every pathetic thing that Sneeko has ever done, said, or everything ever. So I highly recommend checking it out. I'll put a link to it in the description.
I would have it on the stream here, but it's like... I think it's like 40 minutes long.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
Maybe another time, but not now.
Yeah, not today.
It's a banger. So, as you can see, the people he's confident in fighting are ones that he feels confident he'd win against. I'm 5'6". I think he's 6'1". So the height advantage he feels very confident with. And he has every reason to. He would probably beat me in a fight. But like I said, that doesn't change anything. Everything I've said...
I highly doubt it because Charlie's got that Zeus body and Sneeko looks like... Like I said, every time I look at him, I just want to see it. I just expect to hear, like, Sarah McLachlan or Marie Osmond in the background. In the arms of the angel.
God.
For just 50 cents a day, you could feed a baby like Sneeko.
Oh, God. You fucking went there again.
Got him!
We're gonna get canceled. I don't fucking care.
The only thing you can cancel is these nuts.
Ha, bitch. For a treat, bitches.
Anyways.
That is still true. You are a cuck, self-admitted, and you have defended cuties publicly, which, by more than just me, by many, is considered child porn. You're pathetic. Beating me in a fight doesn't change any of those facts. I've also been super vocal about how I don't want to fight. Like, I'm not afraid to say, like, I don't want to get hit in the head, right? Like, I'm afraid of taking headshots. It's probably a super normal fear to have, so I'm averse to going into a boxing match, especially one that's just a clout-driven spectacle like this. That'd be completely fucking worthless. And I've been super open about that, which I'm sure you know since you keep saying that you've watched my content, so you probably know that I was never going to accept a fight in the first place. Especially since you're, like, significantly taller than me, right? Like, it wouldn't make any sense. And even though you would probably beat me in a fight, you're certainly not beating me in, like, an aesthetic physique competition, because goddamn, I blow your ass out of the water.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking anime character physique I'm rocking. Meanwhile, you're over here with that Abercrombie and Fitch from 1998.
Damn.
By the way, Sneeko used to be a nude model.
Oh my God. He's just set stuff up for everything at this point.
Yeah, he's even posed nude with other men.
What a waste. What a disappointment.
I mean, I could judge, but Sylvester Stallone began his film career by starring in softcore porn.
Oh my God.
The difference is, Sylvester Stallone actually has made full use of his talent since then.
Well, yeah, for like close to damn near 50 years.
And is now easily one of the most recognizable actors of all time. Sneeko is a nobody.
Nobody's an understatement.
Is a nobody with a nothing following who...
He's a castaway shut-in.
Yeah, with no Wilson to keep company.
Yep.
Wilson!
Okay.
Now, in Sneeko's credit, he did start going to the gym recently. Maybe I inspired him, and you know what? That's great. I'm glad I could have a positive impact on your life like that, Sneeko. Getting into the gym is a fantastic thing, and you're going to feel so much better. And I know you'll start seeing results soon as long as you keep at it. And then finally, our last exchange goes very similarly to the others. You're not special from the other 10 soy boys who say the same thing. If you got a problem, stop talking on the internet. Let's solve it. So I said, got your Discord still working on responses? Brother, I have no problem. You started it and I made fun of you in return. You're upset about publicly admitting to cuckoldry and get mad at me for bringing it up. You should be mad at yourself instead. Have some self-reflection. Which it's true. I don't have a problem. You literally started it, Sneeko, and you even asked your audience to let me know everything you said and send me your clips. You actually asked for a response, and then got super upset when my response was a little too mean to your feelings. How is that not the ultimate cuckoldry? Like, even more so than your girl getting clapped by 1,000 men. How? Like, how can you, with a straight face, still call other people soy boys? I'm not kidding, I really didn't want to keep talking about you, but you won't stop talking and crying about me. It's sad. I understand you have a humiliation fetish, so hopefully this whole thing has helped you orgasm one more time from all of it. I don't think it's fun dunking on you, Sneeko. I don't. And I'm certainly not canceling you, but you keep doing this. So you forced my hand to make fun of you again. But anyway, That's about it. See ya.
Zing. Oh.
Okay, what danger don't we starting with?
Oh, there was an Angry Couch video that came on my radar that you've got to see. It's like, what the fuck, dude? So I guess we sent a whole bunch of I guess the U.S. government sent a shitload of funding to the Ukrainian military to assist them in their ongoing war with Vladimir rides on bears.
And why the fuck are we still giving these fuckers money?
When we should be supporting ourselves.
I mean, literally, we have nothing to do with that goddamn war.
Because our president has personal interests in the Ukraine, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, fucking colluding with Russia.
Well,
the Democrats are doing what they accused Trump of.
Well, Biden also has some personal affiliations with the Ukraine.
Yeah, because of his son, because of his fucking dumbass son. Fucking strung the fuck out on fucking webcam.
Yeah. Smoking crack on camera.
Not even once, kiddies. Not even once.
Yeah, you shouldn't smoke crack in general, but especially especially shouldn't record yourself doing illegal shit. You shouldn't be doing illegal shit to begin with.
Yeah.
Because
think back to our last chat and that meme I sent you where it was where it's like great picture of Freddy Krueger like, I'll come for you in your dreams. Big ass crack pipe. See you in 2 weeks, puto.
Yeah. Yep.
And I also sent you another Freddy Krueger meme that day, but we're not going to talk about it on stream because it might definitely get cut off.
Yeah. So, what we have here is a pile of landmines and a bunch of idiots not handling them properly when they are removing them from the truck.
That's going to cause like at least a small... No, that's going to... If one of those goes off, it's going to cause a big-ass explosion.
Yeah, you're going to have... And Michael Bay is going to cream his pants.
Oh, God. These action directors have strange fetishes, bro.
All right, Ukrainians, the U.S. just sent me here to make sure that billions of dollars is getting spent wise.
Накрася работа успеха, блядь.
No. Wait, those are mines. We're not hiking mines through our legs like some sort of long snapper. It's American football. I forget I'm in Europe. Tossing it out the back of a truck like he's dropping gear in Warzone. Tarkov. Whatever the kids are playing. What kind of ass-backwards Afghan National Army BS is this? Do you have a death wish? Huh? Which side are you on? Not every mission has to be a suicide mission.
Цукерки, блядь. Для водки, блядь.
Tossing him out of the truck was your only idea? Nobody thought of a human chain moving these things back and forth?
No, because vodka is cheaper than an education that can lead to common sense.
Just watching this makes me want to take some vodka.
I tried vodka once. I felt like the entire inside of my skull was on fire.
Yeah, the right vodka will do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but word of advice, don't try Rumble Mints unless you want to feel like your nostrils got cleared the fuck out.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember which brand of vodka I had tried, but I took one sip of it, and the back of my eyeballs was on fire.
Yeah, the right vodka will do that to you. I know my Russian accent's fucking horrible.
In Soviet Russia, bottle drinks you.
Or you break it over someone's head in a bar fight. Who knows? Russian men are fucking scary when they're fucking drunk.
Yeah. In Soviet Russia, mine plants you.
In Soviet Russia, lead eats you.
That looks like the deadliest game of checkers I've ever seen. What's that beeping noise?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're just asking for the equivalent of someone running in and yelling, Allah Akbar!
How much you want to bet those crates are just packed with ammo and explosives?
That's gonna make the explosion a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like, are you people even fucking thinking when you're doing this shit? I don't think so, because they're in Ukraine.
They're not thinking. There's no...
Must be that Ukrainian air.
Who thought dumping a literal ton of landmines was a good idea? Fall out the back of a truck like shit out of a deer. Believing someone took out every fuse from those mines so you could just throw them all around on Nimbly Bimbly is the largest trust fall I have ever seen. I wouldn't trust my own soldiers with that.
Pictured my toilet after a 2 a.m. Taco Bell binge.
That's me at 4 a.m. after having those fucking venison tacos the other night.
Oof.
Yeah. Hey, venison tacos is good, but venison gives you the fucking shits.
Yeah. Picture the aftermath of a late night White Castle binge.
Oh god, don't get me started on White Castle.
White Castle's got some decent food, but they will make you shit.
Dude, back when the fucking MC Hammer Can't Touch a Song was popular, they literally had toothpaste in their kids' meals.
Really?
Yeah. After this video, we'll react to the worst Happy Meal. We'll react to Wacky. We gotta react to Wacky Wednesday's worst fucking McDonald's toys ever. Some of them are fucking from other restaurants, but it's still a worthy video to look into and roast.
Alright,
Come on, guys. These are not just dinner plates, all right? They're dinner plates of doom. They're Simon beep boop beep 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 on C4. I know. What could possibly go wrong? Dropping thousands of pounds of C4, one on top of each other. It's a war wheel, a frisbee of death. Honestly, who moves landmines this way? I would hate to see how you guys transport rockets.
Oh god.
I can't watch them fall under the wheels like that. I know they're meant to be run over, but not by the good guys. Could we at least dump all...
Sorry, what?
The second that vehicle takes off, just...
Yeah.
The truck explodes, the ammunition explodes, the entire building explodes. It's gonna be a goddamn catastrophe. If even one of those, if just a single one of those mines detonates, it's gonna be a fucking hellfire for everybody.
Yeah, you're gonna have a crater where that...
A fucking crater in the fucking camp, building, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Just good God, man.
This is what happens when you take farmers and try to turn them into soldiers.
Didn't really work for Japan back in World War II. It's not going to work here for you fuckers.
Yep.
Yes, I went there. I don't give a shit.
Didn't work for Germany either.
Well, Germany was a fucking fascist nation back then, so everything they did was fucking stupid.
Well.
Imagine Imagine, dude, imagine if Resident Evil 8 took place in Germany instead of fucking Europe.
Instead of, like, Eastern Europe.
Instead of Eastern Europe, imagine if it took place in Germany.
Oof.
Dude, we definitely would have had some sort of resurrected Nazi bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been a carbon copy of either Wolfenstein or the plot to Call of Duty World War II Zombies from 2017. Which wasn't... The zombies weren't caused by anything supernatural, not a virus, but literally, they were literally an army of Frankenstein's monsters brought back to life.
Huh.
You know, Frankenstein's monsters revived with electricity, and you know, didn't really have a functioning brain, so he was unpredictable and killed a lot of people.
Right.
Basically, the zombies in 2017's Call of Duty World War II Nazi Zombies mode, that's basically what the zombies were. A bunch of carbon copies of Frankenstein's monster that were severely murderous.
Huh.
But then again, they delved into something deeper meaning behind it, but that's a discussion for another day.
That reminds me, I still need to see the, they did a movie based off the original Frankenstein novel, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, where they cast De Niro as the monster.
Yeah, that's from like that's from like 94.
Yeah, I still need to watch that. I need to watch that and the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie with Gary Oldman as Dracula.
Well, if you're gonna, but just so you know, if you're gonna watch Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, just know you're gonna get severely attached to the monster. And you're gonna cry like a bitch when he's gone.
Yeah.
Just speaking from experience when I watched the movie myself.
Well, he is a creature of tragedy.
Yeah, like...
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Could we at least dump all the explosives on top of one another a little further away from the rest of the men and equipment? This is why we can't have nice things. I am amazed at your stupidity, humbled by your bravery, and not at all surprised of your laziness. Give them billions of dollars, and this is how they treat it. You know what? I don't even care anymore. I didn't sign for it.
Oh, Rich.
Okay, now Wacky Wednesday. Worst McDonald's toys
Worst McDonald's
ever. 20 saddest Happy Meal toys ever.
That's the one?
Yep. And there's a similar video by Danger Dolan we need to react to as well.
Wacky Wednesday. When you go to McDonald's, it's usually for a good time, but that's not always the case. From toothpaste and dildo-shaped toys to temporary tattoos comparable to Nazi symbolism, we count 20 of the saddest Happy Meal toys ever.
Wait.
Number 20. Ronald McDonald Mask. McDonald's often produce toys based off their mascot, Ronald. One of the most creepiest toys, the Ronald Mask, you could say rivals Chucky and Freddy Krueger. Apparently, kids all over America were saddened to learn when opening up their Happy Meal to find a very boring, useless cardboard mask with grease from the food all.
That looks like the shit Michael Myers would put on before murdering his sister.
Probably was. I think this whole thing happened in the 70s after all.
You could just a quick repaint. It looks like Michael's clown mask from 1963.
Right. Ron McDonald didn't always look like that. He looked way different when he made his first debut in the 50s.
Yeah.
He literally looked like a fucking B horror movie villain.
Yeah, people were just nuts in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s.
No shit. Alright, let's
all
go.
over it. Although the so-called toy was disappointing, it was just the beginning of the saddest Happy Meal toys ever. Number 19. Hammerman toothpaste.
Jesus.
This one is actually from White Castle, not McDonald's, although it had to be included because it was just ridiculous. Yes, they actually did swap out a toy for a tube of toothpaste. Hoping to balance the negative publicity associated with its unhealthy menu, they decided to endorse healthy brushing. And who better to represent the dental cause than hip-hop superstar MC Hammer? In 1991, this grape-flavored Hammerman toothpaste served as White Castle's kids' meal toy, disappointing kids all over the country.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to get toothpaste with their sliders?
Yeah, I still say this happened before I was born. I'm still saying, okay, to quote that white cockatoo whose owner did the fucking throw up a blanket and run for the door challenge. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Like, I still can't believe MC Hammer was actually that popular, because to this day I can only name one song that he did. It's the one
Yeah,
song.
that's-
It's the one song everybody knows he did.
Can't touch this.
Yeah. Of course, that one's big, because not just because of the self-flating lyrics, but also because he stole the beat from Rick James's Super Freak.
Yeah. And then like 30 years later, Nicki Minaj would use the fucking same da-da in her fucking song Super Freaky Girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop rapping about being a hoe, damn it.
We get it. Your pussy's been stomped to death.
Yeah, and it probably looks like a goddamn flat tire. Let's move on.
It probably smells like dill relish and black milds. We get it.
Oh God. Ugh. Okay, on that note, let's just move on.
Yeah.
Number 18. Finding Nemo jellyfish.
First of all, that's from Shark Tale, not Finding Nemo, but you can see why this toy was not that great. Just look at the fucking shape.
The fuck? The fuck?
Yeah, the fuck. Don't worry, he gets into it. He gets into it.
I am literally speechless.
Now, most adults' reaction to this particular Happy Meal toy is usually, what the f... It's supposed to be the jellyfish from the Finding Nemo movie, but something is very, very wrong about this toy. Most people can't decide which is worse, the purple-coloured shaft or the weird-looking head. Parents complained that it looked similar to a dildo, and were mind-boggled by how such a toy could be approved. Number 17. E.T. poster. Posters aren't necessarily a bad thing, but a poster that comes in a Happy Meal might not be a good idea. And here's why. First, it's going to come all folded up in the Happy Meal box. Second, it's going to sit next to the fries and soak up all the grease. But all in all, not the worst thing, at least the first time round. See, McDonald's did this promotion twice. First when E.T. was actually in theatres, which obviously made sense, and then again 3 years later in 1985, which made no sense whatsoever.
See, I could understand if they if they had when I worked at my local theater, on occasion we would get certain movies that would you get a ticket for it and you get a free poster with the ticket. And they had stacks of posters behind the cash register or down by where the guy takes your ticket and then tears it and tells you, you're Auditorium 3 or whatever. So it's like, if McDonald's had done that with their ET posters for Happy Meals, I could see that. But folding it up and putting it in the box with the food, you're just asking for what the fuck.
Right.
And then
the fact they did it twice when You see, if E.T. would have actually gotten a sequel, it probably would have made a little bit of sense, but 85, we didn't have jack shit. In 85, we had, well, fuck, I got nothing.
Well, in 85, they weren't trying to turn everything under the sun into a franchise. Like, if a movie got a sequel, it just sort of happened. And when movies got sequels back then, they did this magical thing called just putting a number at the end of the fucking title instead of unnecessarily stretching it out with nebulous subtitles.
Or naming it the same as the fucking original.
Yeah. You just got the number. You didn't have, like, Revelations, Reloaded, Evolution, The Final Chapter, Afterlife.
Yep.
You just had a number. And it's like, now if they had done this, now if they could do this twice, once for the theatrical run of E.T. and once for when E.T. was released on home video, I could see that. I don't know when I don't know what the average window was from theater to home video back in the 80s. Nowadays, it averages from anywhere from a month to 3 or 4 months.
And most of the time, it just goes straight to streaming anyway.
Yeah, it'll be up for it'll be in theaters for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and then just dumped on streaming. Except for Top Gun Maverick. That movie came out in May last year, and it didn't get a home video release until November.
Right.
It was still playing in theaters even after it had been placed on Paramount Plus.
It was that good.
Yeah, people loved it. And you know what? I fucking love it. It's one of my favorite movies of last year.
Decent sequel, and a long-awaited one.
Yeah. Tom Cruise's first billion-dollar movie.
Uh-huh.
Which we'll see we'll see if he can keep that same energy with Mission Impossible 7.
Yep.
Anyways.
People suggested that McDonald's probably just had a shitload of posters left over from the first time. Number 16. Madame Alexander. The 2008 marriage of Ronald McDonald and Madame Alexander just sounded like a disaster. Most horrifying is that this wave was all based on The Wizard of Oz. Exactly why is unclear. It's not like The Wizard of Oz suddenly became popular or relevant in 2008. So kids had no idea what it was. Not to mention the thing is utterly terrifying. McDonald's basically saying, here, have a nightmare with your McNuggets, kid, and when you get home later tonight, try not to have nightmares. Number 15.
I don't even know what to make of that.
I don't either.
See, I was never a fan of The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, didn't really have any relevance in 2008, but a year before that, if I recall correctly, in either 2006, 2007, it had a fucking VeggieTales parody called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Of course it did.
Hey, it was one of my favorites when I was a little kid.
Only VeggieTales one I remember is the one with the toy factory.
Yeah, I can't remember that one. Just only thing I remember is the freaking Batman parody, which was Larry Boy.
Yeah, that was a recurring thing.
Literally, the butler's name was Alfred. Warner Bros. Gonna sue somebody.
Well.
Oh well.
It's one of a lot of people have fond memories of VeggieTales, and I'm just like, I just remember it being okay. It's one of those things that's just kind of there.
Yeah, I remember. It was from. I want to say the company is called Big Idea Productions, but I remember their property 321 Penguins more than I do VeggieTales. penguins in fucking astronaut suits.
That one
That
I've
look like-
actually never heard of.
Well, look it up and see if it triggers some nostalgia. Even if you don't remember, there's some nostalgia.
I don't know. I grew up watching Looney Tunes and Scooby Doo.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like
I missed the original.
Like I said, the only VeggieTales thing I remember was the one Christmas video they did with it was something involving a toy factory.
Did it have a living doll trying to escape?
I honestly don't remember. It's been that long.
Because I think I know which one you're talking about. I think I had the DVD of that when I was a little kid, but I don't know.
I don't know. And I don't know what the fuck that thing was that they just showed.
Definitely fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Just
For
pull
sure.
up, just roll the clip of what the hell is even that?
Right. Exactly. Okay, I'm ready.
Popoids. This McDonald's toy from 1984 came in 4 versions, each with 2 bendable plastic tubes and a single connector. And since it was impossible to build anything interesting whatsoever with just 3 pieces, so parents were forced to buy Happy Meal after Happy Meal just to satisfy their little rugrats. And by the time the kids had enough tubes and connectors to make a masterpiece, McDonald's had already moved on to a new set of toys. No.
Then I guess McDonald's was the wrong place to go through to sell those things. Cause that seems like something that should come in like a set, like you're buying Legos. You get a set of Legos and you can build. That seems like that kind of thing that should be sold in, not individually, like little piece by piece through Happy Meals.
Right. That seems like the kind of thing like those fucking big ass buckets of Mega Bloks you used to be able to buy, which were basically like off-brand Legos.
Yeah.
Those should come. Yeah, a whole thing of those. You should be able to buy those in a whole fucking container like that.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
That's just bugged.
Number 14. Michael Jordan Fitness Fun. Yes, a fitness-themed Happy Meal.
Why am I not surprised there was a Michael Jordan toy on this list? Because he was one of McDonald's biggest spokesmen.
Yeah, I remember that.
That meme video of him saying, "Stop it, get some help." That was from a McDonald's ad he was in.
Yeah.
It was like an anti-drug ad because it was the 80s and everything marketed to children was anti-drug.
I mean, I'd rather have McNuggets than crack. So
Yeah.
I think any person with a working brain would.
Yeah.
Gets worse.
May sound worse than a McVeggie burger, but throw in a stopwatch that didn't work and a frisbee with Michael Jordan's face on it, and what have you got? You've got yourself a whole lot of plastic with one Michael Jordan sticker on it. Even parents around America thought their kids were shortchanged with this one. Number 13.
A stopwatch that didn't run?
Imagination. Or some shit like that. I don't know. Whatever the fuck SpongeBob said.
I'm reminded of Amelie's English cover of one of the Full Metal Alchemist openings. She had a lyric in there where she goes, "A map I can't depend on is useless. Might as well just burn it to ashes." That's what I'm thinking about these fucking stopwatches here.
Right.
It's like it's a stopwatch, but it doesn't work. What?
Right.
Nature's Watch. Back in 1991, McDonald's introduced the Nature's Watch Happy Meals, a series of toys to help celebrate Earth Day and to get kids out of the house and away from the TV for a while to enjoy the beautiful canvas that is the outdoors. But unless your child was an avid gardener, which, let's face it, most kids aren't, this toy wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes before ending up in the trash. But obviously some people did hold on to them because you can still find them on eBay for a good price. What?
Okay, I understand the intent, and it's a good intent. Not so much but obviously the execution was just... I feel like McDonald's overestimated the impact that would have had.
Especially when they don't exactly endorse healthy eating.
Yeah, your food isn't exactly healthy to eat to begin with.
Your food literally clogs arteries.
And let's be real here, McDonald's... most kids do not have the patience to garden to begin with, let alone garden with little bitty Happy Meal toys.
I didn't. Then again, this was before I was born.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 30. I don't have the patience to garden myself.
Yeah.
Why would you pay for number 12? McDonaldland Airport. This is a good example of how Happy Meal toys suck when they're about McDonald's. Honestly, these things look like they belong in cereal boxes, and even then, they'd be a serious disappointment. They consisted of one piece of plastic shaped into a plane and nothing else. This toy is sad because it probably was a last-minute order from McDonald's, and we think it shows.
I don't even have a joke for that.
I don't either.
That is really sad. What the shit?
Sad and just plain fucking lazy.
That's a toy where you get it as a kid and you just look at your parents like, am I being punished for something?
You do it, Mom, I swear. I don't know what you're punishing me for, but I swear to God I didn't do it.
Number 11. Clone Wars. Perhaps the best example of a movie tie-in gone terribly wrong. These action figures featured the heads of Star Wars characters on the bodies of Star Wars battleships. What the fuck? McDonald's has included these figurines on multiple occasions. This more or less forced countless parents to explain the sad matter of how and when Luke Skywalker became an amputee.
What?
Damn. No, that wasn't Luke, but I wouldn't exactly call Luke an amputee, but his father definitely was.
I mean, Luke did lose his hand in Bespin.
Yeah, the same hand that Anakin lost to Count Dooku like 20-something years before. Yeah, at the very least, like 25 years beforehand when Anakin was doing Count Dooku.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly... I mean, I look at that, and when I was a kid, I would probably look at that and be like, oh, they have all these ships that are we're supposed to associate them with these different Star Wars characters. It's like, okay, that's Luke, that's the X-Wing, I get it. Oh, that's Han, that's the Falcon, I get it. I don't know about horror story toys, but whatever.
Yeah.
10. Karaoke Disco Fever CD. Now the next few toys on this list, including this one, are not actually from McDonald's. This was a Wendy's kids meal toy from 2010 and was a major fail for 2 reasons.
2010, weren't we all using iPods and MP3 players by then?
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, nowadays, if I'm listening to music, 10 to 1, it's on YouTube or Spotify.
Right.
So it's like I can already tell where this thing flopped.
Oh yeah.
First and foremost, children were not particularly fond of disco music. Second, parents were
That
not
too.
particularly fond of the fact that Donna Summer's song Last Dance included the song lyrics, I'm so horny. So with that, parents all over America complained that this toy was pretty sad. Number 9.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I think I told you about that one before.
If you have, I can't remember, but god damn. Like, at least when...
Yeah, you heard about the lyrics that okay, so the CD, which was supposed to be for kids, you heard about the lyrics that still retained, right?
Yeah.
That's just fucked up.
Like, at least, as atrocious as the Kids Bop CDs are, at least they modified the lyrics to be mostly kid-friendly.
Still a nightmare, though.
My sisters had some of those CDs, and they are awful.
Oh, they've only gotten worse.
I don't even... Most of the modern music... I mean, lately I've been listening to nothing but Adam Calhoun on Spotify, so...
Yeah, you hear Upchurch? You ever hear the Upchurch song "Outlaws"?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, the singing in that song is actually country singer Luke Combs. He literally just did a remix of Luke Combs' song "Outlaw."
Yeah,
and he did amazing on it.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
But I'm so out of the loop on like modern mainstream music because honestly, most of it is just garbage.
Hey, I agree. Well, shall we move forward?
Fall Apart, Rasputin.
The fuck?
This was a Burger King kids meal toy that was offered as a tie-in with the 1997 Anastasia, in which the Russian mystic was cast as the villain. Pulling the figurine's arms out made his head pop off, and pressing a button put it back into place. Parents complained that this toy was a little too grisly. Not to mention history buffs found it insensitive, given that the actual Rasputin's death is one of the most gruesome in history. Number 8.
Damn. I actually don't know how Rasputin died, but whew.
He was shot, poisoned, thrown into an icy river. He literally went through a lot of he literally took a lot before he fucking died. Like, literally, in Call of Duty Zombies, Nikolai has a quote that goes, "What are you, fucking Rasputin? Stay dead this time."
Nice.
Yeah, I got no more words for that.
Yeah. By the way, as much as I like Don Bluth, I've actually never seen Anastasia.
Yeah, I only remember brief bits from it.
And I can't say that I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Don Bluth was Secret of Nim, or American Tail, or Land Before Time, or All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Dude, Land Before Time is still fucking sad 35 years later.
So is All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, yeah. Although I've seen Land Before Time more than I have seen that one.
Fair.
Yeah.
Happy Feet 2, Round and Sound. This was actually another Burger King kids toy. You would spin the wheel in the center of this Happy Feet glacial freebie, and the film's title character yodels the same short tune at varying speeds. You can imagine a restaurant full of children operating this broken record plaything is sure to make any adult's head explode. It was a very basic plastic toy that had one plain Happy Feet sticker on it. We're guessing they didn't spend too much time creating this one.
That sounds like the parents' meals should have come with complimentary ice picks to jam into their ears.
I mean, I'm sure it would have been appreciated.
Yeah.
Number 7. American Idol MP3 player. This 2007 McDonald's toy seems to have been designed with maximum parental annoyance in mind. You see, this flimsy plastic iPod knockoff plays one, yes, just one short tune, the American Idol theme song, over and over and over again. So basically, it wasn't really even an MP3 player at all. All parents hated it, although someone like Ryan Seacrest probably loved it.
That just reminds me of that bit from Dennis Leary's Lock and Load, where he says, if you don't have kids, take this note down. Don't buy the toys that make the noise.
Right.
If there's a toy that has a button on it that makes noise, they're going to press that button over and over again like Bart Simpson for days at a time.
Right. If you want to have kids, take a nap first. If you enjoy that nap, don't have kids.
So you stop buying the toys that make the noise, but the in-laws buy the toys that make the noise. They drop them over at your house, and then they leave! And you're stuck with the toys that make the noise!
And we're standing here live on Main Street where we believe a man inside lost control and killed everybody and himself.
It's Chris Benoit all over again.
Huh?
I said it's Chris Benoit all over again.
Who the fuck is that?
He was at one point a wrestler with a promising legacy until I guess from having too many concussions or doing too many. One of his signature moves was a flying headbutt. Either way, he had severe brain damage, and he lost control and murdered his wife and his son, and then killed himself.
Okay, that's a little too dark.
Yeah, it's really sad because he wasn't great on the mic, but in the ring he was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
But before this gets too depressing, let's keep on.
Yep, let's go.
6. Nutritional books. In an effort to end all fun, McDonald's started giving away books with Happy Meals instead of toys. The 4 books that were written to promote healthy eating included Deanna's Big Dreams, shows how Deanna, the world's smallest dinosaur, grew tall by eating well. So, pretty much the opposite to eating at McDonald's. So with these books, kids can now learn how many calories they just consumed faster than ever before. Number 5.
That fucked.
Nobody goes to McDonald's for their nutritional benefits. We go to McDonald's because it tastes good.
And there's a reason it's called comfort food.
Yeah. Now don't get me wrong. Fruits and vegetables have their place.
But not at McDonald's. Unless it's lettuce on a burger.
No way in hell. Keep your goddamn lettuce away from my food. Sorry.
Same with your fucking tomatoes, unless it's tomato sauce on a fucking pizza.
Yeah, sorry. I cannot stand lettuce. It's like, okay, you know that for those of you who are Full Metal Alchemist fans, you know the running gag about how Edward refuses to drink milk. He hates milk. He says it's like drinking vomit. That's me with lettuce. Lettuce is like wet paper. It's like eating wet paper that doesn't soften when it gets wet. It just stays hard.
God, that sounds wrong.
It's like having cardboard. It's like having soggy cardboard on your burger. Just no.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Halloween pails. While the Halloween-themed pails aren't so bad themselves, they actually serve a function. Supposedly, when these came out as Happy Meal toys, it was nowhere near Halloween time. Children all across America said they sucked even more because they didn't include any type of prize, like candy. Kids opened them up waiting to see what was inside, and they got nothing. Imagine explaining to your young child that they have to wait 6 months for Halloween before using the damn thing.
What?
Yeah.
I
know.
You fuggins.
Go ahead.
You fuggins released Halloween trick-or-treat pails in April?
I can actually confirm that because I went to a McDonald's. I was on a field trip in April that year, and we stopped at a McDonald's to eat, and literally I saw a bunch of kids who fucking had those, and it's like, it's not fucking Halloween yet, dipshits.
What the? What? We're sorry, the operator of this man's brain is currently out to lunch.
Let's give Chris a minute, shall we?
Yeah, let's just advance.
Number 4. Glove puppets. This is one of McDonald's first Happy Meal toys. The glove puppet was really just a plastic bag featuring a terrifying picture of either Ronald or one of his mascot pals. In addition to being a suffocation and choking hazard, the lane giveaway is downright terrifying. Not to mention kids all around the world were sad to learn that there was no actual toy within their Happy Meal. Instead, a plastic bag. No.
I mean, it was one of their first, so you can't really fault them.
But compared to today's standards, meh.
Yeah, that is very mediocre.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Number 3. Stepometers. In 2004, McDonald's released the Go Active Happy Meal, designed with the health-conscious adults in mind. The box included a salad, water, and a booklet of exercises. But wait, don't most people go to McDonald's because they don't care all that much about exercise? In place of a toy was a plastic pedometer called a stepometer, which counted your steps. Too bad the only steps taken were from the restaurant back to the car.
So it's like a Fitbit.
A very cheap, shitty Fitbit.
Yeah. Yeah, like something you might find at a flea market.
Or at a garage sale.
Yeah.
Which is where a lot of my McDonald's toys came from, not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
Number 2. Swastika temporary tattoo.
What?
Instead of, would you like fries with that, it should have been, would you like a Nazi party symbol with that? Swedish chain franchises assumed yes. In 2011, a swastika tattoo was included in every kid's meal. While chalked up to be an error by the Chinese company that made the temporary tattoo sheets, parents were outraged that no one at the fast food chain had even bothered to glance at the so-called toy. Number...
Of course it's China's fault.
Well, to be fair, China is to blame for a lot of the world's problems today.
Yeah. Especially the last few years.
Not even being racist, it's just the damn truth. Like, you guys literally knew a virus. You guys literally knew a virus was on your hands, but you still let it fucking spread across the fucking earth. Dipshits.
Yeah. Well, I'm not expecting quality brain power from a country whose leader throws such a hissy fit over being compared to Winnie the Pooh that he literally bans screenings of Disney's Christopher Robin from playing in China.
What a fucking whiny bitch. Grow the fuck up, bro.
Yeah. Sad thing is, when you look up pictures of him, he actually does look like Winnie the Pooh.
Damn.
I'm not even joking.
Asian Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, no thanks. Get that shit out of my fucking sight.
1. Bag of weed and smoking pipe.
What?
Okay, so obviously this is not an actual everyday Happy Meal toy, but it did turn up in one unlucky kid's meal.
I think I actually saw this on World's Dumbest Criminals.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I have seen... God damn it, I've heard this one.
You could definitely say this Happy Meal ended up in the wrong hands. Discovered in 2007 by an 8-year-old girl from Chicago, the pot, along with a lighter and pipe, led police to arrest a young man and soon-to-be former McDonald's employee who needed a place to put his stash and considered a stack of Happy Meal boxes kept to the right of the drive-thru a good hiding place. While the bag of weed and smoking pipe was not technically a McDonald's toy, it did end up in one poor girl's meal. You cannot deny this has to be one of the most saddest Happy Meal toys ever.
What the fuck? Yeah, I have heard this one.
Now let's see Danger Dolan's video on fucking Happy Meal toys.
Would that be...
Laziest McDonald's toys ever.
Okay.
The McLobster is a video for another day.
Alright.
Planet Dolan.
From greasy posters to lazy finger puppets, we count 10 of the worst toys to fall out of Happy Meal boxes. Number 10. Michael Jordan Fitness Fun Range.
Okay.
McDonald's has a long history of responding to health critics with lazily conceived health promotions.
So I'm correct to assume that a few of these are going to be repeats of the ones we just saw?
Probably. I've never seen this one before.
I think this was actually in the last one. I at least know the stopwatch was. And I think the frisbee as well.
Yeah. Well, this list is actually going to be strictly McDonald's.
Yeah.
So no from other restaurants will be on this list.
Right.
There's another video on actual banned toys that if they show too much of the last video on this one, we'll just skip to that.
Okay.
This Michael Jordan's Fitness Fun Happy Meals promotion was one of many examples. In 1991, the restaurant offered cheap plastic skipping ropes, plush balls, water bottles, and stopwatches with the basketball superstar's likeness in an attempt to shed the company's unhealthy image. Jordan once played pro baseball, but the impractically small plush footballs had exactly nothing to do with him. Nothing on the actual menu changed, but I'm sure some kids used their lame-o stopwatches to stage some epic cheeseburger eating contests. First one to get diabetes gets a 42-ounce Coke. Come on, kid, slam those cheeseburgers just like Air Jordan. Number 9. Airport toy. Apparently, the idea here was that kids could open up their Happy Meal boxes and turn them into an airport. The set included 4 colored planes piloted by McDonald's motley crew of unlicensed pilots and the presumably rare green Hamburglar copter. Unfortunately, the idea was better suited to cereal boxes and the toy quality was extremely poor, with many calling it the cheapest McDonald's toy of all time. I blame the Hamburglar. He's obviously driving McDonald's profit margin down the toilet. That's why you get cheap crap like this. I don't see why Mayor McCheese doesn't just execute the fucker.
That was fucking gold.
Okay, that was better than how Wednesday put it in the last video.
Yeah.
Great. Ronald McDonald Glove Puppet.
Yep, the glove.
Another low point for Happy Meal collectibles, these shoddily drawn hand puppets barely resembled Ronald McDonald and were obviously an afterthought. I mean, it's a cheap fucking plastic hand puppet. What kid would want that? Might as well give them an empty box and market it as imagination. Most McDonald's locations simply used this toy as a backup when they ran out of whatever hot new Pixar toys offered that week. McDonald's toys vary in quality, but this was definitely on the low end of the scale. It's one of those toys where you can just feel the sadness of the sweatshop workers bleeding through the plastic. Please, Mr. McDonald, no more glove puppet. Ah! Stop, I make. Depressing thing is, the work conditions are probably even more awful than I can imagine. But they probably do have healthier food than we do, so that's something. No.
God damn! I might just keep the video running just because of Dolan's commentary.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Number 7. Gardening toys.
Yep, here we go.
Forget bright
Yes.
colors and flashy games. According to Out of Touch CEOs, there's nothing kids love more than patiently raising inanimate plants. Have you seen kids these days? They love gardens. They go absolutely bananas for them. Look at that grass grow, Timmy. You're doing a great job of those gardenias, Sally. Even for the minority of kids with green thumbs, you know, the pot dealers of tomorrow, the McDonald's range of gardening toys were woefully lame. The bird feeder was too small for any creature to eat from, the watering can held about a thimble of water, and the gardening tools would snap if you even breathed on them. You'd probably be better off digging at the dirt with your bare hands. Number 6. Shark tail jellyfish.
Yep.
Part dildo, part magic mushroom, all misguided clusterfuck. This movie tie-in jellyfish allegedly comes from the movie Shark Tale, but I think they just repainted some sex toys. Or maybe they're making Happy Meals for adults now. Yeah, I'll take a 4-piece chicken McNugget Happy Meal with a Coke. And do you have any more of those butt plugs? Yeah, that's the one with the scary face on it. It's for my wife, I swear. Number 5. Star Wars figurines.
Yep.
Remember that scene in Jedi when Chewbacca pops out of a commandeered AT-ST to wave at Han? These toy makers remember it a little bit differently. In their version, Chewbacca had a derpy expression and a 40-foot head. Kids generally love Star Wars crap. Seriously, write Ewok droppings next to your freshest St. Bernard turd and your little cousin will love it. McDonald's had the right idea, but these Clone War tie-ins are too stupid looking for older collectors. And I don't think the ridiculous proportions are gonna do any favors for younger fans' toy skirmishes. Darth Vader says, "No!" But seriously, Star Wars toys. Number 4. E.T. poster.
Yeah.
Posters aren't the worst idea for kids.
What?
What did Darth Vader say there after the no?
No! But seriously, buy more Star Wars toys. Number 4.
Okay.
E.T. poster. Posters aren't the worst idea for kids. They're hard to choke on, for one. Also, kids enjoy decorating their rooms, and a wholesome movie poster is probably better than all those new pinups you have lining your walls. The main issue is that the poster comes all folded up, so it's gonna have those OCD triggering creases all over it. It's also...
God damn.
What'd he say?
Some movie posters, probably better than all those nude pinups you have lining your walls. The main issue is that the poster comes all folded up, so it's gonna have those OCD triggering creases all over it. It's also next to your french fries and cheeseburgers, so you know it's gonna come covered in McGrease. Worst of all, McDonald's did this promotion twice. The first time was when E.T. was actually in theaters, which made sense. The second time was 3 years later, when kids had already moved on to whatever cool film franchise the 80s would throw at them next. The real reason for this is probably that McDonald's had a shit ton of leftover posters in their warehouse.
Yeah.
Number 3. Halloween pail.
Yeah.
Give a kid a box and they'll want to know what's inside. Give them a colorful, kick-ass looking Halloween pail and they'll be expecting the contents to be the holy grail of candy surprises. So imagine the disappointment of these young Happy Meal fans when they open these up and receive a big fat helping of nothing. Not that a big fat dose of chocolate is the best thing to eat after a Happy Meal, but come on. The pail's not even big enough to store your trick-or-treat candy in. You'd be better off going with a less fashionable but more practical alternative, a plastic bag. I'll give McDonald's points for the slogan McBoo though. That's just fucking genius. Some serious thinkers in that organization. But you know what, as long as you don't mix spit in my McDrink, I'm happy.
I'm just reminded of that one quote from Nostalgia Critic when he says, "You get a vast, empty void of silence." That's what you get when you open up your Halloween pail in April.
Yeah. I just find it hard to watch that guy now because it's just like with James Rolfe. It's just not funny anymore.
Yeah, it's like it's been more than 10 years. I think we're over it.
Right.
We've moved on.
Yep.
Number 2. American Idol MP3 player.
Yep.
In 2007, McDonald's entered into a promotional partnership with Fox's juggernaut talent show American Idol. At this point, McDonald's had come a long way from plastic hand puppets and offered Happy Meal buyers actual MP3 players. I mean, you get what you pay for, so you can't expect too much, but the devices came preloaded with exactly one song, the American Idol theme song. That's fun for the kids. You know, you're on your school bus, it's a little bit of a long trip. Let's listen to the American Idol theme song 30 times in a row! Yay! On the plus side, parents got a new device to punish their kids with. Didn't finish your homework? Well, listen to the American Idol theme song all fucking day. It might send little Timmy into a panic attack every time the show comes on air, but look at that math grade. He's a smart one. Number 1. Ronald McDonald mask.
Yeah.
Another lazy offering from the Mickey's House of D. This extremely creepy Happy Meal toy was basically just a piece of cardboard with a big resemblance to Ronald McMascot. Great for kids that want to make their own horror short films, but everyone else probably could have done without the additional McNightmares. They all make flow down here.
Nice.
Hey, I'm about to punch
Thanks
my
for
fucking
watching,
screen.
and I'll see you
What?
I said I was about to punch my fucking screen.
next time.
Did you enjoy the video?
Okay,
That's
now his video on
No,
fan
it's
toys, I really want to see your reaction to.
Okay. Banned kids' toys.
Keep going down. 15 most inappropriate kids' toys ever produced. So I had the title way wrong.
Hellbent.
Okay.
From vibrating broomsticks to roadkill figurines, we count 15 toys that are inappropriate for
Look where the
children.
trigger is.
Yeah, I saw it, dude.
There was an Adam West Batman toy in that same style.
Oh god, of course there was.
Okay,
15.
let's go.
The Nimbus 2000 vibrating broomstick. This now discontinued toy broomstick from the Harry Potter series created a huge controversy because of its odd vibrating function. The battery-operated Nimbus 2000 featured a grooved handle which kids could ride around the house and pretend to be Harry and all those other famous Quidditch players like Broomstick Jackson. I'm sure there's...
I mean, Malfoy was a Quidditch player.
Yep.
How the fuck do I remember that? I have no idea.
Reminds me of a blooper. One of the castmates said, like, we were having a wand fight in the bathroom. God, that sounded so wrong.
one more player besides Harry, I just can't quite think of him. Anyways, the designers were strangely unaware about how inappropriate it was to ask kids to ride around on vibrating dildo brooms. In its short time on the market, the Giggle Stick 2000 caused many premature sexual awakenings. This toy was a big...
Sure, tell your kid to stick a vibrating broom in their crotch. Just don't act surprised when they refuse to let it go and insist on using it when puberty rolls around.
That's fucked. We are going to hell. Hey, you're still driving the bus, right?
Yes, I'm absolutely driving the bus.
That's just... This is so fucked up.
What the shit?
Okay, let's just move on.
With one parent reporting on Amazon that their daughter and her friends had spent hours playing with it behind closed doors. In my day, they called that an orgy. I never actually saw Harry Potter, but now I'm really curious over what the story's about. Number 14. Batman Water Pistol. Take a standard Batman licensed water pistol, add several pinches of cringe, including sexual innuendo, and you have the Batman Water Pistol. Filling this bizarre water pistol involves taking a plug out of Batman's rectum and aligning his backside with the nearest faucet. But wait, if you're ready to get wet, Batman requires a couple more steps. Just give him a quick reach around and presto, he shoots water out of his mouth, just like the TV show. Remember that time Batman stuck a water hose up his butt and spat all over the Joker's face? 'Cause I don't. In fact, the creator is unknown, but I'm holding Robin responsible. It sounds like something he'd do. I mean, there was a villain called Toymaker, but I think this particular contraption's below his standards. But hey, if you're not a Batman fan, don't worry about it. It also comes in Popeye flavor. Well, blow me down. Toot toot, number 13.
I mean, that's just if Robin is behind that, it's Jason Todd Robin because he was a little shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That crowbar set him straight. Kinda.
Oof. I mean that you could say that.
Sorry, Bruce. You know it's true though.
That is, that particular story is one of the few superhero comics I actually own.
Isn't it called Death in the Family?
Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 Batman comics and 2 Daredevil books, and that's pretty much the extent of my comic book collection.
I have the storage shed I'm sitting in. I have a fucking stack of old Batman and Superman comics sitting in one of these boxes, but I'm not gonna fucking dig around right now.
Yeah, most of my comic collection is not even like comics; it's manga.
Yeah, those technically count as comics, if you ask me.
I mean, manga is the Japanese word for comic.
Right. See? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know that before you said.
Avenging Narwhal playset. For the aspiring marine biologist in your life, I give you the Avenging Narwhal playset. Avenging Narwhal playset. We're gonna teach you about Mother Nature. It comes with 4 magical tusks and 3 adorable cutesy-wootsy cuddly animals to impale. Some may think that the impaling thing is gruesome, but can you really think of a better way to teach kids about the food chain? Wait a second, why do they include a koala? Did I miss something? Are koalas a narwhal's natural prey? Thinking about it, I could totally see a koala stoned out of his mind on gum leaves falling into the ocean where a sinister narwhal lies in wait. Welcome to my world, bitch!
Oh, God, we sound like we're fucking high laughing at this shit.
Just the way he said it. Seriously, what the fuck was that?
I guess there's some fucked up people in China, I don't know.
I guess so. I mean, if you saw JonTron's video on Chinese bootleg Disney games, yeah, the game over screens of The Lion King on NES were a dead ringer. Or a dead giveaway. Ugh.
Yeah.
Number 12. Poopy time fun shapes. If your kid's bored of regular potty time, and let's face it, it is pretty boring. It's like, come on already, discover Mexican food already. Why not give them the gift of Poopy Time Fun Shapes? Poopy Time Fun Shapes work just like Play-Doh molds and extruders. Simply insert this piece of plastic into your child's behind, and voila, they'll be pooping hearts and stars in no time, which is fun. It says so on the box, so, if you think it's gross, you should go re-examine your own life, you fucking weirdo. I give up. This is a really hard sell. I can't believe they actually put this out on the market. Also, I hope you weren't planning on finishing your meal. You really shouldn't watch Danger Dolan at dinner time.
How fucking high was the person who pitched that? And how high was the boardroom that said yes to it?
People are fucked up, bro. That's just fucking weird.
Does anybody have a diaper that I can put on my brain? Because my noggin just pooped itself trying to reason this.
Dude, my brain shits itself at least once or twice a day, so don't feel bad. My voice fucking cracked.
What the shit? That's all I can say.
Yeah.
All I can say. What the shit?
Hunnigan, I like to report yet another bruh moment.
Number 11. Happy Bear Hook. Is that a coat hook or?
Oh, you already see what's wrong with this one.
See me. It's both. Come and hang your coats, hats, and worries. It's all good here. Don't make it weird. This is all natural. Just enjoy the experience. Really, you should be flattered. Happy Bear doesn't just get it up for anybody. So this thing's from Asian toy manufacturer 3M. They release children's coat hooks with protruding manhoods in 3 styles: bear, cat, and frog. And the respective slogans on their packages are hug me, follow me, and kiss me. I don't know if you've ever tried to hug a bear with an erection, but I wouldn't recommend it. Pokes your leg and shit. Anyway, collect them all. Though you might not want to if you're in America. I'm pretty sure just looking at this thing puts you on some kind of list. The cool kids list. Number
10. What the shit?
What?
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, I know that as soon as you saw the first picture when it popped up, you already knew what the fuck was wrong with it.
Yeah! Stevie Wonder could see what was wrong with it.
What?
Stevie Wonder could see what was wrong with it.
So could fucking Ray Charles.
God. Matt Murdock.
Assuming Ray Charles is the guy who in the meme that goes, "I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that."
Matt Murdock could see what's wrong with that.
Yeah, Matt Murdock's watching this going, "What the fuck?"
Rafiki Simba's sodomy toy.
What?
This toy is based on the Lion King scene where Rafiki holds the newborn Simba up for the entire kingdom to see. It's a sweet moment that later reoccurs to illustrate the circle of motherfucking life. I think the lesson from Lion King that stuck with me the most is that we're all gonna die. Pretty simple lesson, really. So how did the designers get this toy so wrong? This Rafiki toy actually moves, and it raises a royal lion cub up just as he does in the movie. Problem is that when Simba's lowered, it looks a lot like Rafiki's trying to impale him like a narwhal. I know there are some hyper-progressive parents out there, but I doubt even they'd want their children enacting interspecies bestiality during playtime. Can you feel the love tonight?
What the fuck? I am traumatized.
My neighbors. I pity them.
What?
I said, my neighbors. I pity them. they're like, oh fuck, they let the hyena in again.
Fuck, man.
Me just now remembering the Lion King had a certain pivotal plot point involving hyenas.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a few years since I've seen that one movie as well.
Okay, let's move on before we fucking die.
Pretty death toy news.
What?
Warning, choking hazard. As
No
in you may
shit.
choke on your own rage hearing this. This toy news doesn't just defy logic, it pummels it, leaving it doubled over wondering what the hell happened. One can only hope that the rationale behind this bejeweled rope was inspiring kids to become fabulous cowboys. Lassoing an imaginary horse is something I could possibly get behind, but even then the risk of accidentally choking seems pretty high. Well, that and the possibility of accidentally choking the beloved family pet to death as well. Probably a bad idea overall. But if the point of this toy is for kids to make light of suicide, well, morally irresponsible doesn't even begin to cover it. No.
I mean, that's one way to play David Carradine's simulator.
Good God. Jesus Christ. We're gonna die before the fucking stream's over.
Let me get some water.
I literally stood up and walked away at that.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm good. Okay. Let's just move on.
Growing up Skipper. Skipper is Barbie's lesser-known little sister, and in 1975, Mattel decided to release a version of Skipper that replicated puberty. No, she doesn't get acne or crazy mood swings, but by rotating her left arm, Skipper magically grows an inch taller and develops breasts just like a real human female. Considering a pregnant midge doll with no wedding ring caused controversy, I'm not sure why Mattel thought a preteen doll
Are you good?
I had to stop myself before I wheezed to death.
I'm sorry, just that when I came on screen, I just fucking lost it. Okay. Okay. Give me at least 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds.
I got tears coming out my fucking eyes.
So do I. Okay, just out a word. Try to keep your calm while I catch my breath. Because if you keep laughing, I'm gonna laugh.
Okay.
Just deep breaths. Deep breaths. That's. I needed that fucking laugh. I'll be honest. I feel better about today's problems.
Yeah. We started the stream on such a sad note, and now here we are.
We're trying not to fucking kill ourselves from laughing too hard.
Yeah. Oh, I missed part of what he said after we started laughing.
That Midge doll with no wedding ring caused controversy. I'm not sure why Mattel thought a preteen doll that grew boobs would fare any better. Of course, the doll sparked tons of controversy, and Mattel learned a valuable lesson about their customer base.
God. What the fuck is that? That's just what the. Hey, that'll make the Christian church we met at. That'll make all the people there's heads fucking explode.
If my mom saw that, she would immediately just start flinging holy water at the computer.
Right? I wouldn't blame her. That shit needs some damn holy water.
She'd be reciting an Our Father. She'd be trying to conduct an exorcism.
Okay, you're gonna kill me. Stop.
Jesus Christ. Literally.
Literally. Yeah, but say it like Ralphie May. Jesus Christ!
Just kidding,
Okay.
they didn't learn shit. Number 7. Wolverine Squeaky Hammer. What's so inappropriate about this X-Men themed inflatable hammer? Nothing, if you don't mind that inflating it requires performing fellatio on it anyways. You heard it right, this isn't some kind of exaggeration. The creators of the Wolverine Squeaky Hammer place the inflation nozzle right where his junk should be. As he morphs from flaccid to firm, Wolverine's expression grows more and more menacing. Heaven help your child if this thing springs a leak. I can just imagine a child crying in despair, trying to revive his Wolverine by blowing into his crotch. He's gone, little buddy. He's gone.
What the fuck? Are you gonna make it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, well get ready for the next one. It's a fucking mess.
Oh boy.
Number 6. Roadkill Cat Figurine. This messed up Japanese toy depicts a cat with its guts spilling out
Of course
after it was
it's
hit by a
Japanese.
car. More disturbing still is that the package features an image of a joyful kid. I know not everyone's a cat person, but come on Japan, are you serious with this? Apparently this toy's called...
Yeah, what's happening in Japan? Some crazy shit.
Yeah, I remember I tagged you in that specific picture because I read online that apparently Princess Yuki and Samanosuke and Onimusha were cousins, but yet there was some sort of romantic thing going on between them. Except what the one I sent you didn't say some crazy shit, it said some weird shit.
I'm a cat owner.
I guess. Huh?
I'm a cat owner, and I love my cat, and I love cats in general.
Me too.
Whoever designed this toy, I hope 100 feral rabies-infected cats claw out your eyes.
Right. Then again, with how things are in Japan, he's probably fucking dead by now anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Neko Fungiata, and it shares its name with a well-known piano piece for beginners. The song title translates to I Stepped on a Cat, and it's believed that the toy was created as some kind of bizarre homage to it. I want to say this toy was made ironically and it's not for children, but after seeing the stuff earlier on this list, I really can't tell anymore. Number 5. Buzz Lightyear Fun Time Tumbler. Buzz Lightyear, heroic space ranger by day, children's tumbler by night. This officially licensed Toy Story drink bottle seems perfectly normal until you consider the
his expression while you're sucking on the straw.
Yeah.
Do you see what's wrong with this fucking picture?
That's that's 3 toys now that have something going on in the crotch area of the character. Actually, no, that's 4 toys now.
Yeah, there's the water pistol, there's the Lion King toy, there's this, and then there's the fucking blowjob Wolverine hammer.
Oh, and then there's the weird Chinese coat hook thing, so it's 5.
Yeah.
Half of this list is something involving a plastic toy's dick.
It's like, do these designers even fucking think anymore? Signs point. Hang on, I'm gonna shake my imaginary 8-ball. Signs point to no. Knew it. Okay, let's just finish this out.
And placement of the straw. Yeah. Yep, it's a crotch straw. And to make matters worse, his arms are folded and he wears this impatient expression as if to say, "Come on, it ain't gonna suck itself." Maybe hanging out with that cowboy friend of his gave him a permanent Woody. But hey, sucking blue...
God damn it!
This video's gonna ruin my fucking childhood. You got a fuck buddy in me. Or you got a hoe in me. Or no.
You know what? Just
got a pimp in me.
You know what? Just the "you got a friend in me" suddenly takes on a whole different meaning.
Yeah, that kind. Yeah, like that's not the kind of pick me up I'm looking for, buddy.
Yeah.
I have a fiance for that.
Yeah.
And a goddamn soundproof shed.
A spaceman ain't your thing. It also comes in from Afternight Belt flavor. Number 4. Peekaboo pole dancing toy. A British toy company created a stripper pole for young girls to practice on so they could become the crystals, ambers, and candies of tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I think they mean literally tomorrow, not when they turn 18. It even comes with fake dollar bills and an instructional DVD, which I'm pretty sure you don't want to be caught possessing. The product, of course, met fierce criticism, with parents claiming it was destroying children's innocence, which is probably correct. Officials pulled it from shelves, but not before hundreds of impressionable preteen girls got their mitts on it. While nowadays pole dancing has been reclaimed by empowered women to become a legitimate sport, the creators of this toy clearly had less noble intentions, since they're...
That's fucked. That's literally not how it works, but okay. I'm reading this shit correctly, right?
Yes, you are. I'm reading it the same way.
That makes me want to drive to the nearest town and step into oncoming traffic.
That makes me want to buy that rope set and play Chris Benoit Simulator.
Oh, God. Like when I played Surgeons, it's like when PewDiePie played, and I'll admit, I've done this too in playing Surgeon Simulator, but when he took out the guy's organ and tossed it out the back of the ambulance, like, Pikachu, I choose you! Well, this guy's fucked.
Right now my cat's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, literally any cat's gonna do that regardless of the situation. Just
The campaign claimed it would unleash the sex kitten within. Number 3. Jar Jar Binks' Monster Mouth Lollipop. I know we've all spent hundreds of therapy hours repressing him, but remember that gun fuck up Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars prequels? When he wasn't stepping in poo, Jar Jar had the weird habit of poking out his exceptionally long tongue. One light bulb moment later, and Cat Candy released the official Jar Jar Binks Mouth Lollipop. Simply open his gross mouth and suck on his candy tongue. This isn't technically a toy, but it is merchandise aimed at children. Besides, I'm sure there's some weirdos out there who use it as a toy in the bedroom. Personally, I'd rather punch Jar Jar in the throat than French kiss him, but to each their own. Number 2.
Am I the only one who didn't mind Jar Jar?
I like Jar Jar.
Yeah, Jar Jar was fun.
Yeah, and he had it, and his role, if you ask me, his role in the Clone Wars TV show was actually justice for how he was back all the fucking bullshit backlash you got when the Phantom Menace came out.
Yeah. Well,
You know, the Jar Binks actor actually attempted suicide a few times because of the backlash of that movie.
yeah, I heard.
It's like, y'all leave him alone. He didn't do enough. He worked with what he had. And if you ask me, he was really the one enjoyable thing about that goddamn fuckfest.
Hey, Phantom Menace was a fun movie. It has the best lightsaber duel in the entire series at the end.
Fucking greed.
Plus, Liam Neeson carries that movie.
It was fucking boss. He was fucking boss. And he reprised his role as Qui-Gon Jinn in the Obi-Wan Disney Plus series.
I heard that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that he's in it.
I will say, he looks like he hasn't aged a fucking day since 1999.
That's probably CG.
Still. Hey.
The Kaba Kick. The
What?
Japanese sensation Kaba Kick is Russian roulette for children. Players point the plastic gun at their own heads, clench their butt cheeks together, and pull down on the trigger. But instead of a bullet to the temple, losing players receive a kick to the head from a pair of feet that are hidden in the barrel. If the gun doesn't fire, the player earns points and a renewed appreciation for life. Sounds like good, clean family fun. Number 1.
That is fucked.
Well, it's Asia. What do you expect?
And you will never watch The Deer Hunter the same way again.
No fucking shit.
You will never play that one mission in Call of Duty Black Ops the same way again.
Yeah. Yeah, when you fucking shoot that Viet Cong guy in the chest, then whip out his CZ-75 from his holster and gun down everybody in that room, pretty much, and then fucking... And then later, instead of using the AK, I always use the fucking CZ-75 because, you know, I'm not finished while I start in that room, motherfucker. And when I play those kinds of games, I always go for 100% on my killing sprees.
Right.
Like, if I'm not the average speedrunner. I'm not the average speedrunner. I literally kill everything in my fucking path. I'm not a psychopath, I swear. And at least I'm doing it to virtual enemies and not people in real life.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's the main reason video games exist, so we don't have to do it to people in real life.
Yeah.
You can't say the same about 1950s and 60s.
Yep. Well, let's see what the last one is.
Yep.
Adolf Hitler doll. No.
Of course.
I'm done. Yep. I quit.
What the fuck?
I quit. I'm gonna become a Catholic priest in, like, Venezuela or something. See y'all motherfuckers later.
Fuck this shit.
The fuck, man?
If this is a World War II toy, it's gonna be downright ironic.
Well, this photo was definitely not taken in the 1940s.
Yeah, because it's in color.
Not sure about what you want to buy your kid this Christmas? Why not spring for a replica of history's greatest monster? He'd make a great addition to your son's collection of loser supervillains. I'm sure Spider-Man and the Ninja Turtles would just love taking turns beating the shit out of him. Hell,
Yep.
even Cobra Commander could get in on that action. But in all seriousness, Hitler's responsible for the deaths of over 11 million people, so why the fuck would anybody think turning him into a cuddly doll was okay? Children playing with these dolls would have no idea about the atrocities Hitler caused. I didn't think anybody was gonna sink lower than making a stripper pole for children, but this takes the fucking cake. Way to lower the bar below pedophile. Congratulations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
God damn.
Okay, I only got time for one more.
That's fine, because I only have time for one more. Then I gotta make myself some dinner and go to bed.
How do you feel about a list of craziest things that happen at McDonald's?
We might have to save that for next time, because
I've had my fill of McDonald's too.
Yeah.
And not even in the good way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still fucking hungry.
Yeah,
I'm probably having Hot Pockets for dinner.
I don't know what I'm making yet. I just know I gotta have something to eat and be in bed before 8 because I work 4 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, great. Now my cat's demanding my attention.
Yeah. Gonna have to wait, little guy. We are just about done here.
Yeah, I had an idea for one video we could watch, but now I've just completely lost it. Well, we could probably watch another one of Razor Fist's.
Yeah, let's do it.
Top 5 gaming turds of.
Let's do it. But yeah, skip the intro.
Anyone at all locked into the Ray
There we
Holland
go.
channel is keen to the scent of a finely formed turd, and as such is well aware the self-same industry
Good
pinched
God.
more poo than Billy Idol cutting his coke with Dulcolax. After an impressive peak in 2007, the aughts ended at a creative and commercial nadir. With 2009 marking a demonstrable plummet in the profitability of gaming, the media nevertheless stubbornly refused to label it what it was. A crash. This in spite of sweeping layoffs and multiple AAA publishers exchanging their mystery boxes for cardboard ones. To make matters worse, this condition continued, at least in a software context, well into the PS4 and Xbox One's otherwise impressive lifespan. In short, the shit floweth eternal in the 2010s, and while it adjusted its approach an angstrom or two at the latter half of the decade, dog shit souffle.
Did you see that bullet bill?
Yes. I don't know.
I'm not hallucinating.
Actually, it was a game, but I don't know which game it was.
Well, it looked like a bullet bill with how fast it was going.
Play was the soup of the day. You can cry and caress your copy of the shitty game du jour you jackasses pretended was actually decent all you goddamn like. Shit sucked. So time to dawn your hip haters. We're about to traverse the fucking Ganges of gaming. Top 5 turds of 2019? Nay, shitbird. Sack up for the top 5 turds of the 2010s.
Yeah, for every one of his best, for every one of his worst of the year videos, he will always use like a Mega Man enemy select screen.
I kind of figured as much.
Mark my motherfucking words, gaming history will record the 2010s as the decade where the MMORPG died. Whatever the world-rending fuck the fagaloons who now pretend that several massive updates later the 14th Final Fantasy is suddenly good. Sorry shit dicks, at absolute best it's still merely passable. At launch, Final Fantasy XIV got a critical commercial dicking and deserved it. Cockeyed controls, bewildering button layout, more frustrating grind than a Catholic titty bar, however you might like it today. In 2010, it all added up to awful. And no patch on the planet or all the apologia in the universe will change what this was at launch. One of the worst games of the 2010s, hands the fuck down. Such a leaning tower of turd, in fact, that Naoki Yoshida, who ultimately assumed the sorry mantle of remaking this into a playable product, later out admitted the team had been singularly focused with the fucking graphics, all but ignoring the gameplay, story, variety, and quote, we assumed it could all be fixed with fucking patches. Bit of a problem there, princess. One glance at Janice Dickinson's face confirms not everything can be fixed in fucking post, and...
Damn, he was ruthless towards Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, he does not like the sequel trilogy, and he has no shame in admitting it, and I don't blame him.
Nothing wrong. There's absolutely not a damn thing wrong with that.
Yeah, and,
Final Fantasy XIV was no exception. Principled bunch that they were, gamers were so indescribably fucking furious with Squeenix that they immediately proved him correct by purchasing and apologizing for a game that should have been complete from the fucking beginning! Hey, what's that shit I always say about gamers deserving the industry they're stuck with? To make matters worse, between the boatloads of yen flushed down the fucking shitter to make this steaming sack of feculence look fucking presentable, to canceling, remaking, and remaking Final Fantasy 15 at around the same time, soon enough, Squeenix were selling blood to pay the water bill. The solution to their self-imposed financial travails? Blame the butt-fucking West. It couldn't be that we banked on a franchise that was already getting stale in the early aughts, abruptly attempted to change it from the ground up and wound up beshitted and bankrupt as a result. No! It's the godless, filthy, pale-faced fucking Round Eyes and their excellent Deus Ex reboot. More weebs for the weeb throne! Fortunately for the Final Fantasy franchise, it'd be all sunshine, roses, and ream jobs the remainder of the decade. Right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, Fallout 76.
Unfortunately, yeah, Square Enix kind of has this really bad habit of pumping so much money into the graphics that they forget to design a game worth a fuck.
Oopsie doodles.
And usually it's because they insist on creating their own graphics engine for every game they make. And it's like, dude, just use the Unreal Engine. You'll be fine.
You'll be aight.
There's a reason it's the most used gaming engine in the market. Because of how accessible it is.
Right. Not like the goddamn RE engine.
But no, Square just always has to go that extra mile.
Not that it works out for them in the end.
Yeah, what do I say? Graphics alone do not make or break a game. You can have the prettiest game on the market, but if it plays like shit, it's still shit. It's just shit with lipstick.
Yep. So is my ex.
Oof.
If you're noting a recurrent theme here, what with the games as service snow job, commercial collapse, and consequent corporate apology, you are followed by more patches than the fucking AIDS quill. Congrats on having a functioning occipital cortex. But no such shit show was quite so spectacular.
Did I mention Razor's a libertarian?
Not surprised.
Well, he lives
I love how he took that crack at Dan Schneider.
Fallout 76 saga. What the farm fresh fuck were they thinking? Fallout? With fucking multiplayer. Because I know when I was cruising around post-apocalyptopia, shotgunning the shit out of raiders with goddamn dog meat, my only abiding thought was, what can be done to make me feel less fucking unique? I know! Maybe I can pal around with a small army of other faded fucking heroes of the wasteland and Fallout Scrolls Online. For the moment we chomped down on this copper-like cupcake, it was obvious what the fuck it was gonna be. Which I hasten to note in no way
Bethesda owns that license, so...
Do what?
Bethesda owns both licenses, so not surprising.
Dissuaded the Obliviati at Polygon from proffering a preemptive apology. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it, they shrieked. Hey, thanks for the vote of confidence in my own free fucking will, wank shaft. Remember that the next time you advocate taxing the tits off the electorate for a Medicare system we don't want. It's clearly going to be patched. Hey, let me file that one away in a great big manila envelope labeled no fucking shit. But here's a query. If you know you'll have to patch it to make it presentable, how's about, finishing the fucking game first? Particularly since the game was half finished beforehand. I mean, look at the fucking thing. It's got more Fallout 4 assets than Fallout 4.
Did you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Fetch me the
That's saying
rain.
something.
Sorry.
Making it the latest example in a sad, sappy tome entitled Todd Howard Doesn't Make New Games Anymore. Well, he'll re-release them for a fucking fact. Fallout 4's on all the modern-gen consoles, and he'll no doubt get the next-gen Janet Jackson facelift for the PS5, while Skyrim's been on every platform from 360 to Tiger handheld, and
Fucking ruthless, man.
I mean, he isn't wrong about Skyrim being on pretty much everything, though.
No, he's not.
I feel like Skyrim's been re-released more times than Resident Evil 4.
No, Resident Evil 4 has been released more times than Skyrim.
Okay, that's true. Resident Evil 4 at least had it was at least a generation ahead of Skyrim, so.
Yeah, but if I had to pick between the two of them as the OG, I'm sorry, Resident Evil 4 wins by default.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4, Skyrim, and GTA 5.
Mainly because out of all those games, Resident Evil 4 is the only one I showed any fucking interest in back then.
Fair enough.
Fallout 76, while ostensibly a new title, is, as we all suspected, little more than a multiplayer expansion for the fourth Fallout they decided against including in the full release that, frankly, should have stayed fucking shit canned. Because between upending the RPG mechanics of the franchise, allowing players to change absolutely everything about their character on the fucking fly, nothing says make choices of moral consequence like going from Gollum to Kimball fucking...
He literally said, fucking fly.
Yes, he did.
Hey, fucking screenshot that, send it to the chat.
Oh. I'll have to exit out of full screen to do it.
Oh, so that's how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, but wait till the video's over before you send it in the chat.
Oh, too late.
Hey, nothing says make choices of mortal consequence quite like going from Gollum to Kimball fucking Slice with the push of a button. If that sounds awful, stop underselling it. It's fucking awful. Which is why a year later, the 76 refers to the number of remaining players. Next.
Oh!
Damn.
Yeah, Razorfist's favorite video game franchise of all time is the Thief series, and Thief 2: The Metal Age is his favorite game of all time, so...
He didn't care for the first one, did he?
Oh, this is the newest one. This is the fourth Thief game.
Yeah, that one was kind of trash.
It wanted so badly to be Dishonored.
And it fucking failed.
Oh, Eidos Montreal, authors of both the best game of the 2010s and arguably the worst. You know how I unloaded on Squeenix for blaming their Western divisions for their latter-day fiduciary failings while funneling fucking cash at multiple failing Final Fantasy projects? Well, meet Teeth.
It's Teeth. You are Master Teeth.
A long-awaited reboot of the legendary steampunk stealth series so aggressively goddamn bad, I almost want to take it all back. In fairness, the top-down, tone-deaf micromanagement of the Nipponese nut hammocks that run Square Enix are all over every inch of this game, from turbo-cule kills to a placeholder logo literally pronounced as Thieforif to see-through Wall's clairvoyant vision. This game was fucking forged in a focus group's narrow asshole, to such an obnoxious extent that Eidos Montreal's founder, Stéphane Dastus, split in outright disgust to form an all-new studio that's currently working on what looks like an EVE Online killer.
And people were starting to say this would be a beautiful launch title. I said, okay, I understand your enthusiasm, but do you realize that we are supposed to be shipping in, I don't know, let's say a year away from now? Thief was going from a 3 SKU to a 5 SKU.
Jesus.
But to completely fill this potential is not a year's worth of work. It has to be thought out. It has to be from day one.
Yeah, here's the thing. Square Enix has a very bad habit of expecting every single game they release to do Final Fantasy VII in the 90s numbers.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to walk there, bud.
They expect everything they make to do Call of Duty numbers. And then they wonder why their shit doesn't sell well. It's like scale your expectations back a little bit and you might have a few hits on your hands. And also scale down your budgets a little bit.
Right.
And maybe give a more realistic deadline for the release.
Can't have that anymore.
If you're one of the fellow unfortunates who played this perversion of all things Thief at launch, you know far too fucking well what happened next. Thief 4 was awkwardly wedged into the launch window for Xbox One and PS4, filleted 50 dicks in rapid succession as a result, with sales to match, and as such, the greatest stealth series ever made is now devalued and defunct for the foreseeable future. Even at its absolute best, the entirety of Thief is one endless procession of puerile reinterpretations of its original majesty. Oh, you want light and shadow stealth? Have some binary-ass bullshit where you're either lit up like Shanghai on Chinese New Year or outright invisible because you flipped a magic fucking stealth switch. Oh, you want your light gem, jackass? Have the ambiguous bullshit marble of doom, dipshit. And don't forget, even if you do turn off the only halfway fucking useful method of determining your visibility, you can always use the goddamn glaucoma vision on the edge of the screen to immediately ascertain your unsightly status. And so you myopically mope your mascara-bedecked leather gimp-looking emo ass through vague grayscale pseudo-shadows, Gollum hands akimbo, unable to evade your own purple fucking fart cloud as you clumsily traverse one unctuously linear locale after another in pursuit of the lone door in the game that doesn't slam the shut but fucking behind you and lock you into a loading zone. Sweet cleansing hellfire! What a fucking ass mass. Next!
Yeah. Razorfist hates Thief 4 so much that... Hang on, guys. That he actually decided, you know what? This shit ain't Thief. I'll give you a real Thief story. And so he has now written 2 books. Written and published 2 books to date about a master thief. Both of which I happen to own a copy of. The Long Moonlight and Death Mask. Both of which I would give my highest recommendation for people who love old school, like, dark fantasy pulps.
Noted.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to play the Thief series on my channel at some point, because I have the trilogy on my GOG account.
Do it.
And there is a Thief-inspired game on Steam that I happen to have purchased recently called Filcher. It's like Thief, but it's set in the 1940s, and it's got like a Batman the Animated Series noir aesthetic to it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, look! Another games-as-service shit chinook. The slow-motion implosion of the once badass BioWare has been simultaneously the most comedic and depressing occurrence in all of entertainment. How the dick did the studio that gave us KOTOR, Jade Empire, Neverwinter Nights, and the original Mass Effect degenerate into Dragon Age 2, Star Wars The Old Republic, and everything after the original Mass Effect? Sure, there was that momentary uptick in Dragon Age Inquisition, but to hear the devs themselves tell it, they tripped over their own lady dicks, tumbled off a cliff face, and accidentally landed on the only halfway decent release of the decade. And even that had more issues than Game Informer. But even in my weapons-grade cynicism, not in 19 attempts could I have accurately predicted its supersonic descent to the bargain bin in a hail of sub 6 out of 10 review scores, its miserable Metacritic score only barely edging out Fallout 76 in the process. What places it higher on my personal list than the most recent Bethesda bullshit is the sheer volume of sky-splitting hype. We canceled a fucking Dragon Age sequel for this. Anthem was to be the title to finally silence all naysayers of EA's acquisition of the company and proclaim aloud, we don't need Mass Effect, motherfucker, and Andromeda's an aberration. We're BioWare, bitch, and we're just as good with a new IP as we are milking the merry fuck out of the games that didn't eat a plate of boiled butthole. And then Anthem actually arrived. Big, boring, and buggier than a Charlie Sheen blood test, it went up like a wet fart.
If you ask me, Anthem is just a third-person Destiny ripoff.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
triggered Anthem fans in the comments.
So, BioWare of recent has this thing where they will just they'll build up a shitload of hype, then they'll just try to squeeze out as much of the game as possible, just like try to crunch as much of the development time into the remaining 7 months before their deadline as possible, and just expect it to work. And it's like,
right.
for the kind of games you guys develop, you can't dick around. You know, these games aren't going to make themselves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck's sake, if you exited in the main menu on Xbox One, the console stubbornly and wisely refused to go back to it, while PS4s were actually bricking themselves to avoid playing the game again. To them I say, where were you when Life of Black Tiger was spinning in my tray, you twat? Billed as the Destiny killer, it instead killed any chance BioWare would have a fucking Destiny. Promises of seamless co-op, 11 ass loads of post-launch content, and an engaging amalgam of RPG and shooter utterly evaporated as gamers at last stepped into a big, empty world nearly as wide as your yawn while playing it. In fairness, if their goal was to be Destiny, which is to say an overhyped, underwhelming open-world wankfest, you ain't far from the fucking bullseye here. It just so happens Destiny is shit, and now so are you. Indeed, for the corporate cockbag steering the ship since John Riccitello was scapegoated by the EA shareholders, I'm sure Anthem checked all the right boxes on their long list of vapid but bankable bullshit. It's just a pity they didn't ask the actual gamers to write the fucking checklist, which brings us to the biggest bomb of them all. Oh, there's no shortage of candidates from any number of disparate genres, mind you. Fuck, even niche genres like racing or fucking football might make the list here if we weren't weighing for unbridled long-term tanking. Yet in the hollowed halls of gamerdom, when I peered back through the decade at our back and beckoned an answer, what is the worst piece of shit I played in the last 10 years?
Oh.
There was but one worthy reply.
We're going back to Squeenix.
That's right. As awful as it is to watch BioWare go ass over elbow from CRPG greatness to games as service sleep aid, no series has suffered a more prolonged plummet than Final fucking Fantasy. FF14 was shit for a fucking fact, folks, but it's an MMO. Shit, worst case scenario, you call it a mulligan, pretend it ain't canon, and crank out a single player follow-up. But FF14 was a mere floor show before Lucky 13. For Final Fantasy had grown fat, flabby, and lazy after 20 years taking the Hungophile's milk money. Let's be real. Those Final Fantasy games we played as kids and grew up goddamn loving, they're shit! Fuck, I said as much in the second ever installment of the Rageaholic. Even the Sacred 7th entry has more holes than a Hasidic bedsheet and twice the quantity of weeaboo ejaculate. Fuck.
No fucking shit.
So, to this day, I've never beaten a Final Fantasy game in my life.
Me neither.
The only Square games I have finished are Super Mario RPG, Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts 2. And that's it.
I completed a Full Metal Alchemist by Square Enix.
Oh, and I always forget they did do the Full Metal Alchemist games on PS2. I finished at least one of them. I didn't finish the second one.
Yeah, I only beat one of them. And I think it was the second one.
I think I only finished the first one.
Is like the one where you fight that weird fucking Chimera lizard thing.
I know there was a Chimera there was a big Chimera boss fight around the end of the first one.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Final Fantasy XIII is what happens when a formula that's already overrated is taken to its logical narcoleptic conclusion. When all you have to do to sell games is shit-shiny graphics, linear levels, and an endless procession of epicene animal waifs to the fucking screen to print payola for 2 decades, guess what the fuck they're gonna make for fucking ever? Between interminable cutscenes and a compulsory auto-battle system that seem to silently resent the player's very existence, all I could ask is how long is the game planning to jerk itself off exactly? When did Final Fantasy go from one-winged angel to one-armed bandit? And then it hit me. It was always that way. 13 is absolutely every awful thing about Final Fantasy taken to its logical extreme. And for damn near 2 decades, you rewarded them for it. In my Final Fantasy XIII review, I asked the amorphous query. Why? It's the answer, which I will now quote. Why is this game so terrible? Because they removed all semblance of interactivity, dropped you into a story without narrative or emotional context, and bombarded you with overlong cutscenes. Why did Square Enix do all of those things? While I'd love to say it's probably because Square Enix are hatching an elaborate plot to topple the world economy by demoralizing the populace with expositional pedantry, in candor, it's probably just because Square Enix figured that a more linear approach would serve their story better. Okay, then why did they feel the need to feature the story so prominently? Because their characters need to say things. Why does a game need characters that say things? Because Square Enix needs something to hang their official licensed Square Enix jewelry off of. Why? Because fanboys will buy literally anything vaguely related to this series, so the truth comes out. It's you! You're the problem! Well, fucker, you should be ashamed of yourself for Final Fantasy 13 because this game is absolutely horrid. Unquote. I was right at the time, and a decade later, with a franchise awkwardly aping Western CRPGs and a half-assed "How do you do, fellow kids" Hail Mary, guess what? I'm still fucking right. Hurts like a shot put to the testes, don't it? I'm Razor Fist. God. Fucking speed.
It, man.
Zing.
Dude, the fucking go back to that clip where the girl or guy threw the ball at the back of somebody.
You fellow kids, Hail Mary, guess what? I'm still fucking right. Hurts like a shot put to the testes.
Bro. Poor guy.
Photos taken before disaster.
Well, he's definitely sterile now.
I feel like I'm watching Pokemon, because after that girl hit you with one ball, I took one Pikachu and could tell that your Bulbasaur.
Oh. I'm gonna use that. Just, bruh.
Oh.
I think that about does it for this Reactionstravaganza.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna do it. I gotta go make my dinner and get my goofy ass to bed so I can be up for work tomorrow. Just a quick update. I have completed recording a full playthrough of Resident Evil 4 on the Switch. I'm in the editing process of it right now. It is going up as one video. I currently have over 9 hours of footage to sift through.
Oh, brother.
So, I don't know when that's going to be up. Then I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Separate Ways. All one video. Just in my re-recording these as long plays. Then I gotta finish up Harry Potter on the PS1. Chances are I will be getting the RE4 remake on my next paycheck, which is within the last week of March. So
it's only 6 days till that shit's out.
Yeah. Next stream, we are probably going to be talking about the first 3 John Wick films.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we'll be talking about those leading up to John Wick 4. Until then, thank you guys for checking in, and we will see you all later.
Wednesday, motherfucker.